God, she bad. Yeah, that not my bitch. I ain't even gonna bed. All I do is hit. I don't even care if I said that BB on my shit. Yeah, that love her so bad, but I ain't cuffing bitch. I want Molly, I want Gaba, I want Rossi.
All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Welcome to the North-South 200 tonight here in the North-South Cup Series in the Relentless Racing League. My name is Jacob, and I will introduce my other co-commentators in a moment. But right now we have 200 laps here at the Rockingham. This is a throwback race for Relentless. We're going to have stages at lap 50 and 100. Fuel run is about about 68 laps-ish. So we're going to have some maybe some green flag pit stop near in stage 3, but definitely can make it on fuel in stage 1 and 2. Tonight I am joined by Richard Hurst and Joe Robert. How you doing, fellas?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Oh, living. Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Looking forward to this. One of my favorite tracks and one of my favorite events of the year, Throwback Week. So I'm looking forward to talk about some of the throwback cars we're gonna see on track tonight.
I know that tonight we're gonna they can make it on fuel in stage 1 and 2, but they'll have to pit at least once in stage 3. Are you thinking 2 tires in fuel if it comes down to it, if there's a gap, or 4 tires in fuel?
It depends on how much the left side is wearing. In the truck race, the left side was getting demolished pretty bad. Now, granted, these cars they do hang on a bit better on the tires, in my opinion. But I do think it's probably going to be a 4 tire stop whenever we do get the chance. Track's 100 degrees, so It could be worse, but 100 degrees is still pretty hot.
Yeah. Richard, what's your take? What are you thinking? 2 tires or 4 tires?
Well, it really all depends on where you're running out there on the track. Like Joe said, you're going to eat up the left side tires. Um, but it depends on where I would be running. If I'm running towards the back, I might take a gamble, take a 2 tire stop, depending on how my right sides are looking. You can make it 67 laps on fuel, so you can make it to that stage break. So it's gonna be a really gamble, and I think we're gonna see most of these drivers. They're gonna take that gamble to maybe pull out a win here.
Yeah,
I
another
mean,
gamble could be short pitting or long pitting, hoping for cautions to fall in certain ways.
yeah, I mean, we're about 35 seconds right now. It looks like Angel Hernandez is going to hold on to the pole with 100th ahead of the 84 Bill Moore.
I can't say that's surprising. I was looking at the stats before the race. When it comes to Rockingham with the Cup cars, we've ran here twice. The only two people that have won is Justin Malarkey and Angel Hernandez, and the only two people who got pole were Angel and Ethan. So not that bad. Ethan will be sixth tonight, but yeah, Angel Hernandez gets his second Rockingham pole.
I'm looking at these lap times, and you see the top three. They're in within 2/100ths of a second of each other, and everybody else is um, about a tenth, off of their time. I'm wondering how much, they're going to be falling off. Running these very fast lap times here in the beginning of the race. Are they going to burn up the tires too quickly if they continue those lap times, or are we going to see some of these drivers be conservative with those tires and be there at the end?
All right, go ahead
All
and
right.
do our grid here. Starting on pole position, getting extra the extra bonus point will be Angel Hernandez. Start to his outside will be Bill Moore. Row 2, Alan Dobbs and Ed Morris Jr. Row 3, Tim Harmon and Ethan Flanagan. Row 4, Greg Rogers and Sean Pointer. Row 5, Tony Frey and Davey Hendricks. Row 6, Jonathan Nance and Matt Forns. Row 7, Jared McCauley and Jeff Medlin. Row 8, Zach Bucher, Justin Barkley. Row 9, Mike Simone and Jordan Miles. Row 10, Chase Harden and Brandon Park. Row 11 will be Dakota Orndorff and Alan Coons. Row 13, John Fassbender and Van Gore. Row 14 will be Andrew Kolb Sr. and Michael Gervey. 15, Kevin Jordan, Isaac Wilson. 16, Joey Maines, Matthew Richmond. 17 will be Matt Webb and Ed Morris Sr. And then rounding out the last in row 15 will be, or 15 but 17 will be Connor Darnell.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. 5th to 20th, separated by less than a tenth in qualifying. When you see times like that, you're going to see hard battling, and we're just hoping to have a cleaner race than Pocono. They were talking in the drivers' meeting earlier. It's going to be a slick track. It's not easy of a track to drive on. It's going to be 200 laps of just trying to keep the car under you. And I'll say this, last broadcast, most likely for RRL, been doing this for 5 seasons. Looking forward to this race. I did pull up a little stat. I was looking at this before we got going. Angel Hernandez, he won the first race I broadcasted for this league of guys. Originally Midwest Days of Thunder. Justin Malarkey won the first RRL. It should be a fun one. And as we come to green, I mean, you know who I'll be rooting for at least. It's Ethan driving that Season 1 Championship truck scheme. That thing looks beautiful. But my pace car is going to be off for throwback weekend.
Green, green, green.
And here we go, green flag.
Looking like these guys may take it a little bit easy in the turn 1.
Yeah, I'm kind of just watching the turn 1, just seeing and making sure everyone can make it through okay. Looks like they did, because I'll tell you, the one thing about Rockingham is that turn 2 exit, that wall, can just jump out on a driver on the high side. might get a cut down enough. You could just slam that wall.
Yeah, right now I'm sitting here back here and I'm looking at that number 20. That number 20 of Pointer. He is right in that bottom lane coming into turn number 3. He is already made up. He is right now still in the position that he started in, but coming out of turn 4, he looks like he has that 21 in his sights, trying to take that position away coming into turn number 1.
Yeah, for Sean Pointer on the bottom, I mean, if you're in this, one car to the wall, it's going to be, it looks like the 7 of Ed Morris. He just got really loose on the straightaway and just body slammed the outside wall coming out of the corner and just lost traction, and the car is okay, but he might have some real damage.
Yeah, that right side definitely looks a little banged up, especially on that right front fender. It looks like he is having a little bit more handling issues as he makes a tap to the right rear of the 94 Menards, and that is going to be looks like Macaulay. But he's still able to hold on to that position coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, now the one thing I'm really interested to see is Van Gore is lapped down for some reason, extremely off the pace. Ooh, he must have hit the wall somewhere. That right side is completely messed up. Surprised he doesn't have a meatball flag, but one guy that does have a meatball flag is Andrew Kolb. He must have also hit the wall. It looks like, yeah, Kolb got loose and then Van Gore got spun on the inside wall, just had no caution.
Yeah, his right side wheel is pushed into the firewall right now, so that may be his chance tonight.
Yeah, I think what happened is when he hit Van Gore, must have knocked something out because he had no turn, and when he came into the next corner, 3 wide almost with Jeff Medlin, but makes it out okay. Now I'm going to ask you guys this: if you're in this
contact. Sorry,
good save. But if you're in this cup car right now, trying to make a pass, where are you thinking you want to be, high or low?
Low or high coming out of turn 4. Oh, Medlin into the wall.
I'm gonna have to agree.
Now, what about 1 and 2? Just try to chill out.
Yeah, unless you can get a really good run out of 2, don't.
Yeah, the one negative of these cars is the aero push. You can really get quite a large amount of it, and that's kind of like what we see happen when these cars get spread out. It's just because the aero push, it makes it so hard to gain track position, especially when cars are so even in pace, at least in qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, go back here real fast and have a look at the Van Gore Kolb incident. This is on lap, I think, what, 2? Andrew Kolb gets loose, comes down the track, accidentally doors the 83. 83 gets slow. 22 just nowhere him to go. Drives right up into the 83, sending him to the inside wall.
By the way, update on Michael Gervey. He is down pit road with left side damage, and he is meatball flagged, so it's probably going to be the it for Gervey's chances tonight.
Absolutely. Now, I want to point out that the lap times from our leader to second place, Hernandez is running about a 24.4, but Dobbs was 0.2 of a second faster. It looks like Dobbs is going to be able to catch Hernandez. He was about a 10th slower that lap, but coming to the start-finish line, it looks like Dobbs is going to be a little bit quicker once again. So slowly and surely is Hernandez being tracked down by that number 27 of Dobbs.
Yeah, last lap though, fastest car on track was actually Jeff Medlin. He is in 8th place right now, up 6 spots in scheme, or actually no, is that Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s scheme with the Bass Pro Shops on it? Because I remember Dale Earnhardt run a gold car, but I think that's based off of Junior's late run, wasn't it?
I believe it is.
Yeah, up 6 spots, started 14th, and looking to close in on Davey Hendricks, still the fastest guy. He's running 24.12s. The rest of the guys are running 24.4s up front.
Another one that I want to point out that is on the move. He's going to be up 3 positions from where he started. Is going to be Zach Bucher. Sorry if I
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
Perfect.
But he is on the move as he made his way around McCulley in that number. Oh, I'm sorry, in Rogers in the number 21. Sorry, I'm still getting used to the names, but he has made it around. He's made it up to the 12th position. So that number 14 is definitely on the move.
Right now, I'm also looking at the number 6 of Tony Frey. Right now, +3, started 9th, now sitting in 6th. Trying to run down the 35 Ethan Flanagan for that 5th place spot. Oh,
Yeah,
as the 35 gets
Flanagan
into the wall.
Just a little tap is all right, but yeah, Tony, he was the best in practice, the only driver to put down a 23 in practice. I'm thinking that Tony, he could surprise someone. He could get a win. I don't think he's ever gotten a win since RRL became a thing. And man, it's been a long time for him to get a win in the Cup Series. Who knows? Maybe it could be today.
Absolutely. As you know, the lap times from 8th is starting in the 25s. It looks like some people are probably trying to conserve those tires here at lap number 17. They still have a long ways to go to lap number 50. 23 laps until we see that first stage break. So we got a few people looking to conserve those tires. Morris is back in the 11th spot. He's down 7 positions. So could he be playing that tire strategy, saving those tires for the end of this stage?
Well, I'll tell you one thing is that Morris Sr. not doing as well as his son. He just lost it off a 2, slammed the inside wall of the old pit road, and it just seems like people are really getting troubled by the exit of 2. I mean, 2 is kind of bumpy. I mean, the whole turn is pretty bumpy, but that transition seems like it's really catching people and just wrecking the race cars. He's another guy that's pretty much out of the race.
I mean, I'm watching here as Dobbs is now sitting almost 1.3 seconds behind the 47 Angel Hernandez. Angel is starting to run away like this, like Burchett did last night.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's just clean air. Cannot beat it. By the way, Vanguard back on track. Only a lap down, so he'll be the lucky dog candidate if things stay the way they are. But right now, the last place car just passed the start-finish line. Angel in the 3.
And right now, they can make it to stage on fuel. Don't forget, stage at lap 50 and lap 100.
Flanagan and Bill Moore going for 3rd spot. Flanagan looking a little bit better on the bottom, and he's one of the only guys that's kind of been bottom feeding in the top 5. Manages to get around Bill Moore. Try to get the position back. Now he's just going to keep on bottom feeding, and if Ethan manages to get up to Angel, I think this might be an idea that he'll plant in all these other guys. Like, hey, maybe Bob's going to be quicker. And you can already see Angel going down low. Ooh, don't wreck Dobbs. Ooh, boy. He had to check up. He nearly wrecked Dobbs there.
As he sends it low into turn 3. Dobbs in the high line going to have that run out of the corner. Yellow flag is out. Justin Barkley.
Morris Jr. as well, maybe?
Did Barkley alt F4?
I have no idea. I saw Ed Morris. He gets loose in 2 exit, and he hits the wall.
But Barkley just disconnected.
Oh yeah, it was a separate incident. He just lost it on his own, exiting 2. 2 is biting a lot of people today. That's bit about 6 drivers or so right now.
Yep, got loose at a 2, hit the inside wall, spinning. Yeah, unfortunate day for the 57 car.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like, if I'm one of these drivers, you just got to keep it easy going in the exit of 2. It's wrecked about 6 drivers already, and we're only 23 laps into this race.
Yeah, I know Angel wasn't looking forward to that because now he's going to have to gain his lead back from Dobbs, but now Flanagan and Moore are up there, and they might try to tag team him to get around him.
A couple cars down pit road, Brandon Park and Miles. I highly doubt that they're going to come down for tires, but I don't really see any damage on the car. Oh, he is taking tires.
Josh Van Gore is taking lucky dog.
So if you're playing for stage break, or if you're playing for stage points, I mean, that could be a good strategy due to the fact that everybody stayed out So I mean, this could be a good strategy if you're looking for those points. It could be, but you're not going to have the extra set for a later caution if you
Yeah.
need them.
Because
So
if they they could very well not pit coming to lap 100. They might just come down for fuel. I mean, I don't know, because they said that we can make it about 68 laps.
Yeah.
With all the cautions and whatnot, I mean, he might be able to get away with it and just not take tires later on. I don't know, because if you were to take tires both times, you'd have two sets for 100 laps. It's doable. That's basically what the trucks had to deal with last night, but it's kind of thinking like it's not a situation that you necessarily would want to be in if most of the guys are on 3 tires. That's
absolutely. Now, if you're Angel Hernandez, that caution is not what you want to see due to the fact that he was out to about 1.3 second lead over the whole field, and he did not want to see that caution because he could have had this thing wrapped up if it would have went green the whole way to the end of stage 1.
I don't know. Ethan was making a good charge, but I will say this with Park and Miles. They're going to have a lot of ground to make up. They pitted from 18th and 20th. They're going to be on about 20 lap newer tires. I'm just wondering, like, how much this is going to matter. Because if they blitz the field, we'll know that the tires are going to be worth a lot. But if they're stuck and don't even make it to the top 10, it's going to be interesting, especially kind of getting the data on these guys if we need to make a pit stop near the end of the race.
I swapped over TV cam sets, so I should be able to have a better view of things. Instead of just the one that's like high above the center stage and just all the way around the track. So first caution on lap 24.
Yeah.
I
mean, Mitchell's here.
Yeah, what's up, Mitchell? Invite some of your friends.
Where's the plea?
I don't know where he is.
Alright, who wants the restart? Alright.
Angel Hernandez led all the laps so far. Let's see if you can lead the rest of the stage. Green flag. Good restart bout in top 5. They leave everyone else kind of like, oh, Harmon getting loose. Nearly got out in 21. Nearly clocks McCauley in the rear. By the way, 12 spots gained in his little Bobby Allison throwback. How about that? Bobby Allison, by the way, in his 85th win a couple of weeks ago.
You have the 73 and the 21. They are battling for positions. And that's going to be Harmon and Rogers. They are side by side coming down that backstretch. And it looks like Rogers is going to be able to take that position on.
73! Oh, good recovery from the 73. Tim Harmon and Matt Fornes with a little bump from Isaac Wilson there.
I'll tell you, somebody that got a lucky break on that one, and that is going to be Nancy. He really held control. He had control of his car, did not touch the 73 as he was getting loose right there in front of him. Great driving by Nancy in that number 8.
That save right there. The Cup car is probably one of the hardest cars to save. He gets absolutely clocked by Zach Buford. I'm amazed he was able to save that, because that was a really, really impressive save. Yeah, as I was saying, Isaac now still the highest mover, up 15 spots, trying to battle with Jonathan Mann, 7 in the 3 and 4.
So they're going into the turn on the backstretch. Davey Hendricks at 00 in that furniture row. Truex throwback. Got a little bit loose there, right almost into the corner. But yeah, about Jonathan Nance. Oh, somebody in the wall up here. The 38?
That was the 39 of Jeff Menlin. I've been watching his car. He's up 10 spots from where he started this race. He is all over the back bumper of Fenlon, and Flanagan in that number 35 machine as he's making his way to the inside, coming into turn number 1, and he is going to be able to make that pass, but can he hold it? He's going to slide up the track just a little bit, and it looks like, are we going to see a crossover? Nope, it looks like 35 is going to just tuck right in, coming down the backstretch into turn number 3.
That one is interesting to me because sometimes, like, he just flies through the field. Like, you just don't expect him. Like, sometimes he's just sitting mid-pack, and sometimes he'll just get straight to the front. I mean, if he continues this pace, running these guys down, who knows? He could be a contender at the end.
Oh, I think it's Michael Gervey there on the low side coming out of the pits right now.
Nance on pit road.
Yeah, Nance on pit road.
I
He
don't
hit
see.
the wall.
The 8 car. Did he get a meatball? Nope, nobody has a meatball.
Meatball. I mean, I don't
Flipping
know.
stage?
No, I mean,
No?
you wouldn't want to pit for stage here anyway, because, I mean, you're gonna go 2 laps down for the pit stop.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
battle
water.
for position heating up is going to be that number 84 of Bill Moore. Third place. It looks like Flanagan got a good run off of turn number 3 and into turn number 1. He's going to sail it in that middle lane. Oh,
Ooh.
35 got a little bit coming down the backstretch.
Yeah, good pass by these two. Here comes Sean Pointer and the Chad Little throwback. And I think he should get Ethan pretty easily. Gonna fly right by him on the high side. And if I was Ethan, I would try to maybe just chill and keep what you got. But he seems to be struggling right now as Greg Rogers gets loose behind.
Yeah, I saw him get a little bit loose going out of turn
Oh,
number 2, and he was
caution.
able to save it. And another caution here at lap number 36.
With the, who?
For
Kevin
what? That's
Jordan?
gonna be Matt Richmond.
Richmond?
Yeah, he gets bit by turn 2 exit again. Just loses on exit. Collects miles.
Oh,
Luckily, it
man.
wasn't that bad.
93 on the high side there, you see on screen. Had a turn 2. Yeah, whoa, boy. Man, that's going to have some right front damage. Oh, 7 also got really tight. I think the 9 hit the wall there as well.
By the way, quick mention on Miles and Park. Park on those 20-lap newer tires only made it up to 20th spot. Started about 26th or so. So not really in a good position. These cars pitting now, they're going to be in a much better position for later on. Tim Harmon, Coons, and Harden.
Matthew Richmond, Ed
Richmond as
Morse
well.
Jr., Connor Donnell, and Nance already been in the pits. Is Nance
A
out
couple
of
of these
damage?
guys are damaged.
Do
but
what?
All right, so here's the scenario. They can make it 67 laps. Okay, we are 12 laps in. What do you think some of the strategy is going to be? See a couple cars down pit road. What are y'all thinking here? Pit, try to make it to the end.
Flip stage and make it to stage 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
These guys pretty much, I mean, they're going for track position. They weren't in a really fantastic spot. They probably weren't going to gain a lot of spots with the strategy they were on. So I'm assuming that the guys that just came down, they're probably just going to try to do what they can to save as much tire as possible, make it to stage. Maybe they'll get lucky and another caution will come out. So they just have to pace around a bit. That would be their best case scenario. But yeah, these guys that just pitted, they're probably just going to stay out.
Yeah.
Be a nuisance when everyone else comes in later.
I mean, if we're going to have... so, with the rule here in Relentless, Richard, I didn't know if you knew, but... So, if there's a caution 5 laps prior to the stage, it will be considered stage. So, I don't know if that's how real life is. I don't really pay attention that well.
They'll just run it under caution until stage then, pretty much.
Yeah.
Only they could do that for the rest of the race.
Yeah.
When,
So it'll pretty much be a 5-lap or 4-lap shootout for stage points. If I'm the 27 and 39, I would go for the plus 10 because instead of last season it was only the top 8 get stage points. The top 10 now get stage points.
Yeah, also, if a caution does come out, the rule is that, so like let's say they wreck like halfway through lap 47, right? They will score you based on the position you were in at the start of lap 47.
Yep. So you could be,
Involved in the wreck.
be in like 15th place, and a wreck happens, and then you are up in 6th. You will be scored whenever the previous lap before the wreck.
Back to green flag this time by on the back straightaway. Who is impressing you so far?
Well, I gotta say I'm impressed by the 48 of Joey Maines. He's up 14 positions from where he started in that number 48 Cobalt Chevrolet. Johnson. I believe he might be able to make some big moves here. Coming to the end of the stage, like I said, he's moved up quite a bit. He's still got a lot of looking at
Green.
Joey Maines.
How about we ride along with Joey Maines for a moment?
Green flag racing.
Yellow
Yellow
flag.
flag is immediately back out. Ed's Senior involved. Oh.
Well, if you're one of those guys who just pitted, that's good for you.
Let's see what happened here with Senior.
A stack up.
Tires.
There was a stack up on that bottom lane. The 98 kind of stacked them up. Just a
Oh,
little.
he spun the tires right in front of Junior. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, he spun it. He gave it too much gas. That, or he downshifted, and it just sent the car around.
Well, hey, if I'm one of these guys that's pitted though, saying
Senior's a good guy.
because these guys are pretty much gonna be on even tires now, essentially, almost, with the guys that are leading.
Ed Junior comes down pit lane this time by.
Yeah, these guys are just pitted. They're in a good spot now. They have to run even less laps, and they're going to be at less of a disadvantage when we get back to green at the end of the stage.
So this will not be considered stage. We'll have one more go at it. In Xfinity, it was really tricky on restarts because it's so stinking loose. On
Bray,
restarts.
Miles, and Orndorff down pit road.
Flanagan as well. Yeah, Flanagan.
Yeah, Flanagan, I think, is more concerned about the win than points. Points-wise, he's not in a good spot. I'll pull up the points.
5 races into the season.
You know, it's very interesting. You know, a couple of your, top drivers, they did not come down pit road, so they are sitting on those older tires. So, are they predicting another caution here?
Maybe.
Let's see if we can see who's the next driver on first tires. Brandon Park and Josh Van Gore pitted at lap 23 and 24 respectively, and then Tim Harmon, Alan Coons, and Chase Harden pitted 5 laps ago. Yeah, but I'm only showing the top 20 drivers.
I see. Yeah, as I was saying with Ethan, though, even though we're only 4 races completed in the season so far, 30th, 16th is 116 Jeff Medlin. That's still 30 points. That's almost a race. It's not a deficit that you want to put yourself into early, because then that means you have to climb out of it.
Yeah.
Let's look at the SDK, see if there's like any major fallers. Tim Harmon, that's one that I'm surprised. He qualified really good, top 5.
Yeah, Junior's the biggest of faller, unfortunately. Negative 24.
Well, he did just pit, but yeah, he was having issues as well, getting loose. He did hit the wall once. I think it may have been down a lap at a point.
Second biggest mover is Flanagan minus 18, and then Tony Freeman is working, but they just pitted, so right, 1 to green this time by. Hernandez shows the inside line.
A little bit more speed once the stage ends.
Oh yeah, Zach told me to tell you something that I won't repeat over air, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Wow. It's okay, Zach's not gonna win the race.
I mean, he's sitting 7th right now. On the top line. Alright, pace car going to pull off here momentarily. Gonna have 5 laps till, or 4 laps till green, or till stage break.
Yep, here we go. Go, go, go. Green, green, green.
Green flag, green
Green
flag.
flag is out. Hernandez gets a good launch there on the low side. Alan Dobbs follows suit with the 84 and the 39 side by side into turn 1. 84
Yeah,
a little
Angel's
bit lit up.
leads, too.
Yep, Angel still leads. The 84 let out a little bit to let the 39 up, I guess. Pretty much single file out. Greg Rogers looking low there on the 84. Bill Moore heading into turn number 3.
And here comes Point and down on the bottom lane coming out of turn number 4. They're going to be side by side with the 84 and Moore. And that is going to be a battle for the 4th position. Sailing it into turn number 1. That's when he is trying to hang on and get every position that he can, but he's not going to be able to make the pass. That outside line is going to be more dominant. Looks like a little bit of chaos going on behind him. And that was a 2-wide situation. It looks like somebody did scrub the wall, but they keep it clean and they keep it green as the 21.
Down to the lead, and Alan Dobbs just lost it almost coming in. He's really struggling on the bottom. He's going to go down into that little Rockingham kind of cut, where it's going to be from the top of
Oh,
the wall.
20 into the wall.
That corner.
Not sure exactly, but 2 to go in stage. Coming around to 1 to go in the stage.
Yeah, lost it a little bit, cornered it, and just, yeah, could have been a lot harder, but Dobbs going to try one more time, go up on the wall, cut down to the yellow line. He is going to have the run on Angel as they come to the final corner. Just don't wreck.
Yeah, but that high line is definitely key out of the corner. Dobbs gets a little bit tight. Oh, Angel bounced off the wall. And Alan Dobbs will win stage 1 here at Rockingham.
Yeah, he will. And yeah, Angel
The
just
yellow
got
flag is out.
a bit loose, probably was a little bit scared. But Dobbs getting so close to him, brute force. Only led 1 lap, but he wins the stage, yeah.
Your top 10 for stage will be Alan Dobbs, Angel Hernandez, Jeff Nedlin, William Moore, Davey Hendricks, or sorry, Bill Moore, Davey Hendricks, Sean Pointer, Greg Rogers, Zach Bucher, Jared McCauley, and Matt Forns. Right at your top 10 for stage. And while we complete our stage break, we'll be right back here in the Southern Broadcast Race Network. All right. All right, and we are back here in the North-South 200 here at Rockingham. A little bit of a impromptu news report from pit road. Looks like the 27 had a speeding in pits violation. He will get an EOL and start in the back of the pack.
That sounds like so modern NASCAR. Just say he sped. He hit the go-go pedal too fast. All right, anyway. Angel Hernandez, he's going to be the first one on new tires off pit road. He'll be restarting 10. I don't know who to keep an eye on more. The top few guys in the top 10 or Alan Dobbs. Because Alan Dobbs, you put him in the back, he's like a wild animal back there. I don't know how to say it.
So I don't think I would be too worried as far as, you know, the top 9, even though they pitted, you know, a little bit earlier. I do believe it was
He only ran a couple laps.
So Medlin put in the fastest lap, you know, not too long ago, just after that, just before the stage break. He put in the fastest lap on track at a 24.037, and he just pitted. So he was on older tires when he set that fastest lap on the track.
Yeah, the way these tires work is that the wear doesn't really affect them, but more so the heat. So once you're running under caution for a bit like that, that's where you're able to get those lap times. Now, the car will fall off much, much quicker. Guys, you're gonna have to make a little bit of work, because I'll tell you, other than Park, the 2 through 9, they pretty much ran at max like 4 laps.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. 17 gets a good launch there on the low side. Able to pretty much gap these guys here in the row 2.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how Angel's gonna take this right now. A little bit of a stack up with the 95. And he had to back out of the pit. But so far, so good on the restart. Already passing Orndorff. One lap.
There in the back, so a little bit there. Isaac Wilson got loose at the 4, almost spun it out, but got
39 in the
39 in the wall. Caution.
Medlin.
No
Caution?
No caution.
He never spun it.
What?
Oh, Isaac.
Oh, Isaac.
Oh!
No caution still.
Caution.
There we
yellow
go.
flag.
What
There
in
it
the
is.
world just happened? Dobbs destroyed. I think Connor got some damage too.
I heard something.
22 was 3 wide with Isaacs and the 20. 22 comes up into 22
Yeah,
comes
Sean's
up.
in the Medlin.
All right, we'll start. We'll do a point view here with Medlin and him. All right, sorry, I'm having to do that. Bam. Blip. All right, so we're gonna go the 39 of Medlin. So it looks like he got a little hot in the corner. 20 got a little tight, came up and left hooked or left reared the 39 sideways. 21, 14 went low to avoid the 21 and door the 22 by accident, trying to avoid the wreck.
Yeah, and then Isaac just gets hooked somehow.
And then
Either he
Isaac,
came up or
yeah, he tried to rejoin the track, but Zach was there. What happened there?
Connor smacked Isaac while he's under braking right in the frickin' Dobbs. So that speeding penalty gonna pretty much end Dobbs' race. Isaac and Dobbs both get the meatball.
Gonna try and do a TV1 between these two.
Medlin, though, I don't even think he took much damage, did he?
He's got some left front damage from what I saw, but it doesn't look too bad.
I mean, I'm looking at his car right now. It's a little beat up in the front, but overall, it doesn't look terrible.
Yep, right
Bucher
now.
did take some damage though
Yeah.
on his front of the car too, so that might affect the car a bit. Trying to tighten it up or loosen it up one way or the other, but man, Bucher's not going to be doing too good. He's probably going to want to make sure he gets that front fixed if he can, because it's not working.
Yeah, it's dented in. But
I know
yeah.
one thing, Brandon Park is definitely wanting to see these cautions, considering he is on the oldest tires of the whole field. Pitted last at lap number 24. You know, he's wanting to see these cautions, get these tires cooled back down so he can run competitively and stay in the lead. Harmon, you know, he's going to be in right there in second. You know, he pitted at lap number 38, so 14 lap newer tires on that number 73 machine. So we'll see how this plays out, you know, as we have still about 41 laps to go until we see stage 2.
It's not even the tires really, it's more so the fuel, because when he pitted, he actually didn't have enough to make it, so he's clutching in under caution. So he's definitely concerned about fuel. And also, you know, with these cars, you don't have to really wait on fuel when you're taking tires. So I think with Brandon Park, he's just trying to make sure that he can make it to the end. These cautions are definitely helping him achieve that.
Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to go ahead and get down to the chat and say something to somebody. I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I'll be surprised next caution. And we will do that momentarily. Richard, how about you get your hand at a restart?
All right. Well, Park is going to choose that low line and come into the green flag. We'll see that pace car dive off this time by. As you have Harmon Park on that front row. Bye-bye, pace car. And here we go. Geico restart zone.
Green.
17 going to get a good launch on this restart. And he's already broken out to about a 0.2 of a second lead coming into turn number 1. They are going to be side by side as Coens and Harmon are going to be coming out of turn number 2. It looks like the 60 has just a little bit of advantage, but here comes the 73 on the outside coming into turn number 3.
Yeah, just going through this field right now, already up in the 6th spot, and getting the draft off Chase Harden. Block a bit and kill his momentum. Now Angel's just going to throw it right down to the bottom. Not going to get the one off Ethan, but I think he should be able to get around Ethan in a couple laps. He's working pretty decently.
Now our leader is going to be about still holding on to that 0.2 of a second lead, but that 73 is definitely in hot pursuit. He's closing the gap, but it looks like the 73 is going to be sleeping coming into turn number 1. As coming out of turn number 2, it looks like Harmon is going to close that gap to a 1/10 of a second lead on Park in that number 17.
Wall bit, and that's going to let Ethan get on by, and Ethan actually gained a ton of time in 3 and 4 on the bottom. I'm going to go bottom once again. It looks like Angel's going to say, you know what, maybe Ethan's on to something as he goes to battle with Coens. They're not going to get the run that they really necessarily want off 1 and 2. It's kind of where you lose off 4. You can really make it work, I feel, on the bottom. If you can just make the bottom okay in 1 and 2, you'll get it in 3.
And now we got a battle for the lead, and we got a new leader, and that is going to be Tim Harmon. He been in last at lap number 38, and he is put the 17 in his rear view mirror. So Brandon Park is maybe going to lose another position. Flanagan, he is looking to overtake that position as he is right there on the back bumper coming out of turn number 4, headed for that start-finish line. It looks like the 17 is going to get a little bit of a better off corner of turn 4, but 35 going to try it again, coming out of turn number 2.
Yeah, Angel, he's just so fast. And I mean, we saw him. I mean, if he's in clean air right now, he's probably getting away pretty good. He's on the high side right now. Has enough of a run, so he might be able to get Ethan here on the high side in 1 and 2. But Ethan dives it in pretty good. The one thing working in Ethan's favor right now is Brandon Park. Slowing down Angel right now, and he gets around Brandon Park.
Absolutely. You talked about the slowdown, and it looks like is gapped the field about a half a second. Is slowly but surely extending that lead. But the 35 coming through the field. You know, he's still got the 17 in tow. You have Hernandez. He is now made his way up to third. He's trying to get back up to the lead on those newer tires. He pitted at lap number 52. So we're going to see how these freshies.
Yeah, some guys hanging on better than others. Chase Harden, for example, he's fallen all the way to 7th already. But when you think about it, the only guys that have really pushed up so far has been Angel and Davey. There's not really anyone else that's gained a ton of position. It's either that the other guys just lost position. So, oh man, there is a big stack up with Chase. And Davey going 3 wide on the bottom. He gets about 3 and 1 in one corner.
Yeah, I was just looking at Kevin Jordan. Kevin Jordan is up 19 spots. Jordan last pitted at lap number 44. He's hanging on pretty darn good in that pink Ford Mustang. Definitely a nice looking paint scheme. He's got the Harden right there in his windshield. He's trying to make the pass on that bottom, but I don't believe he's going to be able to get there.
On the backstretch. Extremely slow.
Sorry, fellas, I'm having to deal with some stuff. Chat. Oh, okay, we're getting a little loosey-goosey, but what happened with the 9 car, you said?
He got loose on the back straightaway and was stopped on the back straight, and surprised the caution didn't come out.
Well, back out front, it is still a half a second lead over Hernandez. Hernandez is slowly but surely making up the time. He gets a little bit better. Is getting a little bit better exit off of turn number 2, but coming into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4, it looks like Hernandez is making up a little bit of ground. Now it's down to 0.4 of a second. We still have about 27 laps for this stage. So I believe that 47 will be right there to battle for that lead in the next coming laps.
98 Carl Russo off of turn 2. Good save, man. I'll tell you, that Webb was the wall for a moment. Lucky he kept it straight. There's a lot of just chaos in the mid-pack. Everyone battling so close together. Would not really want to be here right now in one of these mid-pack cars, because it looks like it's a little bit rough. Medlin right now on the bottom of Mike Simone in 3 and 4, and Medlin trying to get back what he had. He gets past Mike Simone, and that's going to be 15th and maybe 3 wide, but thinks better than maybe. Yeah, he's going to think better of it. 14th, 15th for Medlin.
Well, looking back up towards the front, it looks like Hernandez has caught Harmon coming into turn number 3, and we got it side by side coming out of turn number 4. It looks like the 47 is going to be the slide coming out of turn number 4, and we have another new leader, and that is going to be Angel Hernandez taking the lead back. Last pitting at lap number 52, so he's got those fresh tires, but Harmon did put up a pretty good fight as he was running a little bit quicker than that number 47 machine on those older tires, and number 38.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, Tim Harmon has to be happy with where he is right now. I mean, knew he probably couldn't win the stage, but you know, he was struggling in that first stage. So where he is right now, I'm pretty sure he's happy. They have a pretty decent sized lead on the rest of the pack too.
Second and a half.
I think that Tim Harmon, he's going to be looking on Ethan Flanagan, maybe even Brandon Park.
Absolutely. Well, going back towards the back a little bit, and this is going to be a battle for the 9th position. You have the 20 on the outside, and that's going to be Pointer in that John Deere machine. He is going to be looking to the outside, not going to be able to get there. 21 is going to slide it right up in front. 20 going to look down low, coming out of turn number 2, down that backstretch, not going to be able to get it. He's going to pull a little bit of draft coming into turn number 3, and he's going to send it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Is he going to be able to make the pass coming out of turn number 4? Don't believe he's going to be able to get there, so he's just going to slide in and ride in 10th.
Yeah, Pointer is looking kind of struggling right now. I mean, he's running in 10th, but I've been watching him over the past 20 laps or so. He's had a lot of close calls, either locking up or hitting off. He's kind of gotten the good end of it so far, but his luck might run out. Oh, one car, hard on the wall, Chase Harden, front straightaway. No caution, but he took a massive hit and is very slow in turn 1 and 2 into the wall, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to get that thing back to pit road.
Yeah, he's definitely got a lot of right side damage, and he's going to bring it down below the yellow. So we are going to stay green for now. And I was just back there, and I wanted to point out that Jeff Medlin, he was involved in an incident not too long ago, and he has made it back up, and he is battling up here, trying to get back up into the top 10. He's got a couple cars in front of him, and that is going to be the 5. We talked about him earlier, still up 18 positions, and he has got Pointer right there in front of him in the 8th spot. So a couple positions might change here in the top 10 in the next coming laps. And here comes the 39.
Yeah, Chase Harden down pit road. He is going to pit road. Change. Kevin Jordan is blinking out right now hard. He's flying all the way to the back of the pack now. He's thinking that's the internet issue.
So, somebody in chat called you a future auctioneer. Future auctioneer.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Right.
As long as it's entertaining, I'm good with it.
He said, commentate it like a soccer team about to score a goal.
I can see auctioneer, young Cherokee says. No, to the highest bidder. Oh. Edge Hernandez sitting 1.2 seconds ahead of Ethan Flanagan, but Ethan Flanagan is closing that gap.
Yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through the field right now. It's getting a little bit more spread out now with only about 16 to go in the stage. Bucher and Richmond right now side by side battling for 14th spot. I think Bucher may still have a little bit of right side damage. Oh yeah, he still has that damage on the hood. So I don't know. He's definitely not looking as fast as he did earlier in the race. Gonna probably need to go and get that fixed when he comes back on the pit road next time by, because he does look slow compared to what he was. But Medlin, by the way, hey, don't count him out. 9th place already, so he's moving pretty fast. And Park's only down in 6th, so I mean, Park's is looking good.
Back here in 9th, I'm following along with Medlin. Medlin is actually running 3/100ths of a second faster than the leader. So he has got a fast hot rod. He has moved up into the top 10. And right now he's running 8th. He just took the position away from Pointer. He's looking to take the position away from Puins. So we can see this number 39 top 5 in this next stage and be contending for this win. So I'm keeping an eye on that number 39 of Medlin.
Yeah, I'm looking at the last lap times right now. Ethan is a little bit faster than Hernandez right now. Fastest car on track is actually Greg Rogers. Greg is looking good. I mean, he's in 5th place right now. Probably get Harmon as well. So getting those top 4, top 5 stage points and most likely being in a position of where he can fight for that win. I mean, here's the thing. We still got to make a green flag pit stop, perhaps, in the final stage. If that has to be done, seeing how the tires are, I mean, there's also not a lot of fall off in the Cup car. We got to understand that. Like, the best lap times were, like, 24.0, 24.1. Only falling off so far with the leader, about 4 to 5 tenths. So when you see fall-offs like that over the course of... Oh, there's Park. No caution? No, maybe a caution.
Oh,
yeah.
He's going back. Yeah, he's going to back up on track.
Yeah,
No.
that's going to be a caution for sure.
Caution.
Yep.
Yellow
There it
flag.
is.
If he would have turned right, he may have fun. But yeah, caution's going to come out for Brandon Park.
And I believe that's going to be a saving grace for
35.
Harmon. You know, he was falling back. He's already back to 5th place. He was really starting to lose time. So I think this was a Harmon is saving grace because he was running up in the front. Now he's starting to fall back, and he would have by the end of the stage he would have fallen back at least to 10th.
I was going to say it may not be the worst idea to hit late, perhaps. Maybe not come down if another caution comes out, but just run it to the end of your fuel. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely going to be a few guys that are going to come down pit road. I mean, it worked for them last time, so why not do it again? You're only going to have to run probably about 4 laps again. So if you're a guy in need of position, now's your chance. And if you're outside of the top 10, I'd assume that there's going to be a good few amount of takers. Yeah, Cohen's down pit road, Orndorff, Frey, Means, Van Gore, and Miles.
Tony, once he exits his pit box, I will pull him. Actually, I'm going to pull him up here once he gets into his pit box.
That's good. Yeah, Webb coming down as well. Jordan Morris, Park, Darnell. So we're going to see about 10 cars down pit road getting service right now. And I think this should work out pretty well for him.
All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, our
surprise?
11th, yeah, our surprise, 11th place starter Tony Frey went into the pits. Where were you at? Like what? 13th, 14th?
11th.
11th. Oh, so you started where you were. I saw you put in the top 5 for a while there. How you doing in that, my friend?
Man, it's been fun. We've had some cautions, but they seem like they've been kind of minor. Haven't had any real big wrecks, so track's fun. A little loose on corner exit, but people are making some minor mistakes, but nothing really major. It's been a fun race.
Yeah, the exits are biting a lot of people.
Yeah, it's pretty squirrely on corner exit. I've gotten loose off of turn 4 a few times. Seems like a lot of people are struggling off of turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, there for the final stage, 67 to 68-ish laps for a fuel run, I think is what Matt told me. What are you thinking for pit stop? Are you thinking hope for caution, or are you going to try and run it dry?
I think it's going to depend on kind of the situation I'm in. I pitted here trying to get some track position back. Stages in 5 laps, so if we have a good run and then we get a caution, I'll probably come in there. If it goes green, I might stay out. I mean, what do I really have to lose?
Oh yeah, it was a stage. I forgot about that.
I mean, if you maintain where you are right now among the pitted cars, you start 3rd.
Yeah. Yep. Should be, I think Dakota's in front of me and Alan Canoes. So we'll see how it plays out. I don't have any set strategy at the moment. Just kind of gonna play it by ear and see how it all plays out.
Yeah, surprised though how tires, even with Park before he crashed, he was hanging pretty good.
Yeah, I think tires are going to play a factor, but I think track position is going to be more of a factor. If you can run the line you want and not have to worry about anybody in front of you or next to you, you're going to be fine on older tires. If you get kind of mid-pack on old tires, you're going to be hurting.
All right, man. Well, good luck. I'll let you go back on the green. Good luck to you, my friend.
All right, appreciate it.
All right. Well, we're going to have 4 laps to go before the stage. Caution comes out, it would end it. So Angel Hernandez is going to lead us back to the green flag. And let's see if he gets passed on the last lap again. That would be funny. Angel Hernandez will lead him down. Pace car is off. Here we go. Ethan hanging
Green
back.
flag, green flag.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Ethan? Green flag. And he's probably going to be under threat from Davey. Davey's probably going to get the 35 right here on the restart. Easy.
21 will as well.
Man, that was he's napping in that 35 car.
He was either napping or spinning the tires, but he's going to fall all the way back to the 4th position. And there you see the 00. He is going to take over the second position. And he is looking to try to take that lead away as he sails it into turn number 1. And he's still got a 0.3 of a second of a gap, but it is a hornet's nest with the 35.
Oh,
Just a little bit.
no!
And there is the caution, maybe?
Yeah, caution. That will be staged. So if you were in the top 10 at the start of last lap, you will get points. Greg and Ethan hit the wall, and yeah, I mean Harmon pretty much was hooked him. I mean Ethan was on the wall. He couldn't have gone any higher. I mean that was on Harmon.
Flanagan is going to be okay. It doesn't look like his car is really beat up from that incident, so he's going to be all right.
Yeah, it just lost track position is all he lost, so that's always a...
Well, time to go on the alternate strategy then, I suppose.
Yeah, and that is stage, so we're going to do a little quick ad break as we let these guys at their pit stops, and we'll be right back here on the Southern Broadcast Race Network.
And my body got me overdrive. Can't even keep we talking about, bitch, you know my guy. Run outside, I let that pop, 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 pop. Run outside, he die, 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 die. That's a new one in my clip. That's a new one, he get hit.
I got him
Oh
all.
my God, she bad. Yeah, that not my bitch. I ain't even gonna bed. All I do is hit. I don't even care if I said that BB on my shit. Yeah, that love her so bad, but I ain't cuffing bitch. I want Molly, I want Gaba, I want Rossi.
All right, we are back. We're going to go ahead and pull up our fourth place sitter right now, Connor Donnell. Give me 1 second. All right, Connor Donnell, our fourth place car. How you doing, my friend?
Just wondering kind of how I got here. That's the big thing right now. How are you guys?
Good, all right.
Good.
I know.
Yeah,
that,
I don't know how we're up and fourth. By the grace of God, happy to be here. Self-spun earlier. That was cool. Kept it off the wall. But yeah, we're somehow in fourth. So yeah, we're happy to be here.
Now, you are up 29 positions from where you started this race. How confident are you feeling that you can still hold on to this top 5 position?
Not confident at all, if I'm being honest with you. How many spots did you say we're up?
Right now, you're up 29.
Yeah, we'll probably go about 20 back. So, you know, we're kind of just enjoying our time up here, pacing under caution. Did some strategy stuff, kind of worked out. Yeah, we might as well get the Car Darnell Designs car up here on the stream and get some coverage. But yeah, we're up here for now. We'll see how long that lasts. You know, this is a difficult track. Didn't get a lot of practice in, but you know, we'll keep it going as long as we can.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see what that number 9 machine can do.
I'm looking here on your car. Poker admin on duty. Gotta love it.
Yeah, give that some love on the stream real quick. I gotta rep that for a second and show all the other admins how nice that is. I did a little tribute to the poker admin right there. So poker admin's always on duty and will never be off duty.
I'll tell you this too, Connor. When we commentated in season 3 together, Cup, like doing the in-car driver, oh man, I'll tell you that was some fun.
It was fun. It's always fun to get to like hop up here and talk with you guys. You know, I prefer to be at the end of the race when the checker flag's thrown, but you know, don't get to do that a whole lot anymore since there's so many good guys in Cup now. But the mid-race, under caution stuff, you know, that's always fun. So yeah, we'll see what we can do here.
Why don't you go lead some laps?
We'll try. I'll probably wreck this thing in the next 5 laps. But good luck, everybody.
Well,
Appreciate
if you
you
wreck
bringing
it,
out.
at least make it a good wreck.
All right, good luck, Connor.
Green flag, green
All right,
flag.
there you go, green flag, Orndorff. Just John Cannon pretty much. Really big gain, and Connor Darnell, well, guess what? You know what? He might just listen to my little order and lead, because he is getting oh, don't wreck, Connor. He got
Yellow
some
flag
limbs.
is
Oh,
out.
man.
Oh,
Now we have
big wreck
caution.
behind them.
Pointer and Matt Forms.
Oh, no.
Who?
Fornes.
Oh man, yeah. So it looks like
Horns. Yeah.
they stacked up, and then 73 got into the 20. Matt eats the wall hard, and
Yeah, 39 checked up, 20 checked up. The 73 went low on him, and I guess wasn't ready for that, or got like goose or Dort or something, and just got spun. And Matt, nowhere to go, just bam, gets hit right in the right rear. Up the
yeah, I
track,
mean,
94 got damaged, 10 into the wall hard, probably blew his engine.
yeah, 93, I think that is. He very much missed getting involved in a big wreck. I mean, it looks like he took that
Connor's still
Pointer
sitting
took
third.
Pointer took some bad damage too. I mean, if I'm Connor, I wish I would be wishing I could have gotten second off of that, because he's gonna have to restart on the bottom now. But I don't know. We'll see where Orndorff decides to go this time. But looks like Meatball is just gonna be Matt Fornes. Matt Richmond is a black for some reason.
Ricky Bobby's in the chat saying, "Get the commentator back on the mic." Who's he talking about?
Certainly ain't Joe. Love Joe. Nah, as much as I give Joe a hard time, he's a good friend.
You know, Ricky, I know you've been watching me. I know you've been watching me for a long time, Ricky. I know you have.
I'm not even sure who that is.
I mean, I recognize the name in the chat. Like, he's been in there a long time. He's watched quite a bit of my races, haven't you?
So just a little background about me. You know, me and Jeremy started Southern Broadcasting Racing Network, and actually, I knew Joe before. Me and Jeremy actually brought Joe in.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't say it. All right, Ricky Bobby says, "Give me a boogity, boogity, boogie. Let's go racing, boys, this time."
Yeah,
Well,
we can do you that.
yeah, we got that. I mean, we're still 2 to go, but pace car lights are on, so it's 2 to go. Orndorff, Miles, Darnell still top 3.
Yeah, I'll tell you, some of the real good commentators in the history of motorsports, you know, there was a lot of guys that had some, you know, good starts. You know, even with the modern guys like Diffie. You know, he goes "Let's go." You know, Murray Walker in F1. You know, him saying "Go, go, go" at the start of every race. You know, Darrell Waltrip, boogity, boogity. Any other guys that come to mind?
Mike Love.
Mike Joy.
Mike Joy, sorry. I'm tired, okay? Oop. Definitely did not have Instagram open on my phone.
Bro, you got TikTok brain. What's going on here, bro?
You know what, man?
Right.
Whatever. All right, Richard, this is your show.
All right.
I think we're gonna have to compare boogity boogities. I'll get the next one then, Richard.
You want me to do it in Kermit the Frog? I tried to do a broadcast in Kermit the Frog. Oh man, my throat hurts so bad.
How'd it go though? Did they enjoy it?
They actually did.
I'll tell you, I think one of the best races that I remember we commentated together a long back time ago. It was the Coda and the trucks with.
All right, here we go.
I don't remember what
here we
league it
go.
was.
Do your thing.
Green flag, green
Boogity,
flag.
boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys! And the 42 is shot out like a cannon. And that's Orndorff. He is going to sail it into turn number 1. He's already got a 0.3 of a second lead over second and third. And that's going to be Coons and Miles. Miles going to be taking that high line to excuse me. Cohen's going to be taking that high line over that second position. And you still have Darnell. He's going to be right there hanging tough in the 4th position. Coming up to turn number 4, he's got 3 on the inside. That's going to be Jordan Miles. And the 9 is going to take over the 3rd as far as right now. But that don't as as he's coming out of turn number 2. He's going to try to make that low line work. Not going to be able to make it in, and there's going to be a wreck behind him, and that's going to be Van. He is going to be hard up against the inside wall on that backstretch.
No caution.
is not out.
They might. Yeah, no, he's moving now, so yeah, it's probably not going to be a caution, but he is looking pretty rough. And probably, oh man, he is running slow on the bottom. He needs to get off the line because right now he is on the bottom of the track, and he oh my goodness, this could be bad. Hopefully, no one's going to be taking the bottom line.
I don't think he can
finally
steer.
Gets off of it. Yeah, he looks back. Oh no!
And that's going to be Kevin Jordan. He is going to be losing a lot of spots, but he's going to keep it straight, and no caution for that. But fastest lap on the track is going to be going to Ed Morris, a 23.811.
He hit the barrels, but it glitched. So consider him lucky. He's not going to be compared to Matt Fornes tonight. He pretty much just phased through the barrels like they were nothing.
No barrel boy.
I'm going to say this about Connor now. Battling inside with Kewins right now. Going to get the run. He is, I'll tell you, just watching Connor for the first couple laps, he's not afraid to get up in somebody's space. Was getting real close to Miles. I was thinking for a minute he's going to hook himself or something. But Connor going to get up to second. Now, I'll tell you, I've commentated. There's only 2 wins in Cup. One at Daytona. One was a kind of a strategy race. I believe at Vegas it was. Who knows? I'll tell you, when Connor gets to the point, he can just hang it with the best of them.
Now, I do want to point out the top 3 is a battle of the man. Chevrolet and Ford, up in your top 3. The next Toyota is going to be in 4th, and the next Ford is going to be in 5th, and Chevrolet's all behind, taking up 6th through 9th. So we got a battle of the manufacturers, definitely in the top 3. Darnell, he is going to be about almost a second back from the leader. He's not making up any time. He's holding steady at about 9/10 of a second, but that 60 of Cohen's, he is on fire with Jordan Miles for that 3rd position, trying to make it two Fords up in the top.
Now he is in the 4th, just got around Jordan Miles, and is probably looking to pick off Cohen's here. I would say that he's probably one of the best at Rockingham in the Cup Series. He seems to be just picking through the field like it's no problem. Compared to these other guys, he is on a run right now. Cohen's in 3 and 4, and he should just make this pass easily. Gets a little bit loose on the bottom, but he's going to get him within a lap.
Well, somebody that we have not talked about in a few laps is going to be Mark Harmon. He is going to be back here in a little bit of a hornet's nest. He's got the 48, he's got the 00, and he's got the 9 just meddling back here to deal with, and he is trying to make it happen on that top line as they come out of turn number 4, headed for that start-finish line. He is going to be tucked in behind the 00. Himself up to the 9th position because he did get into a little bit of an incident earlier on. Same way with Jeffrey in the top 10, and now
4 cars in the wall.
Commentator curse.
That's a Harmon and Medlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harmon got loose and Medlin just smacked the wall. There's his meatball. Harmon surprisingly he didn't hit it that hard, but he still has damage, and it's going to slow him down a bit. Please don't curse Ethan. He's looking good though. He was in pretty much the rear of the field at the restart. At 11th right now. Looking really good in that 35 machine. Right now, we're only about, 15 laps in, so he's picking them off pretty good. Just hopefully he's not burning himself up too bad and falls back later in the run.
Absolutely. Back out front is going to be about a 1.2 second lead for the 42 of Orendorf. And Darnell, he's still as in hot pursuit of that 2nd position. Still a battle of the manufacturers. You got Cohen's. He is back here with Frey on that bottom line. This is going to be a battle for the 4th position. And it looks like Frey was not able to get there this time.
Real quick, Mitch. I just want to ask Mitch, whose mic is going loud and then the low?
It
Just
is
wondering.
Richard. I can hear it. It's like your compressor is fluctuating real bad. That or you have a like a sound dampener.
All right, what's the news?
I don't know.
That was just like oh, caution is out. That is the news. Caution is out. Who was it? Who was it?
For sakes, Ethan.
Ethan
I talked
Flanagan.
about him, said don't curse him, and I cursed my guy. Ay, ay, ay.
Ricky Bobby says, "Oh, that HP."
Oh, the 98 got loose at a 2, and it sent him barreling into the inside wall. 94 slams into the back of him, though, the 98. Oh,
Yep.
and the 35 comes up the track and almost takes out the 22.
Yeah, he did take out the 22. I mean, I guess Isaac doesn't really care. I mean, he's well out of the race, 23 laps down, but...
Oh, that HP dragged them out. Connor Donnell and Angel Hernandez is going to fake it. Joey Main's
Ethan-
coming down this time by. Nance
Ethan
coming in.
is-
Ed Morse Jr., Bill Moore, Matt Webb, Tim Harmon, Ethan Flanagan, Jared McCauley, Kevin Jordan, Brandon Park, Josh Van Gore is already in pits. Sorry, I'm sorry, Joe.
Yeah, I'm on
ain't
board
no
with
gas in it.
Ethan right now. His wheel's about, what, 10 o'clock? I mean, that car, that's going to be at least 8 minutes probably.
Yeah, he's toast, I'm afraid.
It ain't got no gas in it.
That's unfortunate.
As the 70... Oh, I was like, where is he going? The 73's pit box?
Hey, if they'll service it,
Might as well.
all hands on deck.
Alright, so here's the play. 73 laps, or 67 laps to go. Wait, no.
They can make it from
No,
here.
77.
Oh, yeah, they can't make it. Okay, so, I mean... Alright, so put it this way, right? They're going to have a good tire advantage. The first person down pit road was Darnell.
Yeah.
A couple other guys coming
He's
down,
in
but I think
11th.
they're a lap down. Yeah, they're a lap down.
Yeah.
So Darnell's going to be 11th, and about, what, 7 other people came with him?
Yeah.
Now, we saw earlier that the tire advantage, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Like, he'll probably gain some of those spots back. But I think for Connor Darnell at this point, is it just run it dry?
Well, I mean, so he has quite a bit of over 20 laps advantage, or right at about 20 lap advantage. I think this is a pretty good play, especially if we don't see a caution. I mean, we've had a lot of green flag racing. This could play to his advantage. So I wouldn't count this strategy out, for grabbing those tires here now.
No, if you're Connor, I don't think Connor takes them. I just don't think the new tires are worth that much. Especially the fact that we've only run about 20 laps. I do expect him to probably maybe get to top 5. Around that area. What's so funny?
The chat, stop in the pits and grab one of them biscuits and mustard. Mm-hmm.
Biscuit and mustard? What?
What are they eating in the pits? I'll tell you, one of the best things I got at a racetrack was like a nice hot bowl of ramen.
All right. Well, you got Orndorff, and Hernandez right there in the front row. Both have shown a lot of speed here.
Yeah.
So third stage, we've seen a lot of racing. Who y'all calling for the win here tonight?
It's tough. I think we still got to wait a bit. I think Angel Hernandez, if everything goes to plan for him. But you know what? We'll give it my try now, Boogie Boogie. See which one Ricky Bobby likes more. We pull those seatbelts tight. We still got about 75 laps to go. And right now, Dakota trying to keep the lead away from Angel Hernandez. Here we go. Green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Here goes the Orndorff into turn 1. And I gotta say, I think it's only a matter of time before Angel Hernandez is like, yeah, I want the lead. Just give it to me. I don't think he needs to be too impatient. just start clocking off laps. Here he comes right now on the high side as the one, and yeah, that should be all she wrote for Orndorff's lead. And he's gonna get past him mid-corner pretty much without any trouble.
Yeah, stuck on that bottom lane. He's
right behind him. 95 Kevin Jordan hard into the outside wall. Tim Harmon involved. I think that was that Connor.
Cold.
It was cold.
Ricky Bobby's tire's flat. Ain't got no air in it.
So what happened to I mean, Jordan just got loose on his own, and
Oh yeah, he was got loose into turn 1 and 2 and came down and tapped the right rear of the 9. Not it's not anybody's fault, just a bad luck of events. And then
the Hooters car gets turned into a smash burger.
And in comes barreling in the 73.
Let's see, who is that?
I'll tell you, this works out really good for the guys who just pitted, though. It's going to make it a lot easier for them to get to the
Oh,
end.
that wasn't 73. That was 2. The 2 just came barreling in.
Yeah, fast a minute. So we have 2 cars down pit road, Dakota and Zach. We got Greg Ryder as well as Nance, Moody, or not Moody, what am I saying? Moore, McCauley, Webb, Junior. Ethan is surprisingly on the lead lap. That's honestly surprising. Webb, Fassbender, and Jordan. So still short of making it, but one more caution, and I would say that these guys probably can. Not sure about the guys who just pitted, but if we get a couple cautions, it may not even matter, but they should be close.
I don't want to say who my pick is because I'm afraid I'm going to jinx him.
You know, somebody that was lucky, just before that caution came out was Darnell in the 9 car. We talked to him earlier. He had that car was the car on his outside was so loose. He almost got tapped, but he was able to drive right by it before all the incidents. So he was pretty lucky in not being involved.
Yeah, if he corrects it any later, most likely that Darnell, he just gets hooked, and that would not be very good for him.
That was Isaac Wilson and...
What?
Why did
Oh,
it say
God,
he crashed?
Ricky. Oh, God. No, I thought it was a smash burger.
It is a tough one. Why is Isaac stopping on... Oh, is he going to let people by?
Yeah.
So as of right now, you have 7th, 8th, and 9th going to be your biggest movers of the race. You have up 21 spots is going to be Joey Maines. You have Matthew Richmond. He's going to be up 23 spots. And Connor Donnell, he's going to be up 24 spots, being the biggest mover of the race as of right now. Now, those 3 drivers, Richmond pitted at lap 104. You have Maines, he pitted at lap 123, and Darnell at lap 122. So you got a lot of big movers right there inside the top 10. Even if they don't win the race tonight, that's a big accomplishment considering we had 33 drivers starting this race.
Yeah, so far biggest losers tonight that are active in the session is going to be the 84 of Bill Moore, the 35 of Ethan Flanagan, and Matt Florence is no longer in the session.
Wonder how Ethan's car is looking. I mean, the steering's coming back on the car, but it's going to take a long time for that car to look any better. Best thing that he can hope for is just more cautions. I mean, we've had 8 for cause in the first 130 laps, so...
Alright, should I give it my rendering of the boogity?
Yeah, go for it, bud.
Oh boy. Crack knuckles. The knots out of your throat. I've never said this phrase before, so I hope I don't mess it up. Alright, pace car's going to pull off momentarily.
Yeah, I'll give you the Larry McReynolds warm-up. Pull those belts tight one more time. Here we go, Jacob.
Let's go racing, boys!
Yeah, that was pretty good, huh?
He got a hands down. Hands down.
And now people are going to come in my room in a second and be like, shut up.
I'm trying to sleep, damn it.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Probably right. My dad would be like, shut up. But at 47, Angel Hernandez. Whoa. Darnell. Happened to him?
I thought he was going to clean the 93 out for a second. The way he took that corner. I mean, it's a normal way to take the corner, but goodness gracious.
Great balls of fire. Oh, somebody lose the backstretch. The 47. Nope. 17 to Brandon Park. Oh, don't go up the track. Oh.
Oh. That's going to be a caution. Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a caution, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's those bumps. It just, the car is so stiff. It just, if you hit the bumps the wrong way, the cars are so stiffly set up, it just spins. It's really hard to kind of prevent it. And we're running under caution. You got to keep this in mind as well. You know what happens under caution?
Gas saving.
No, the tire pressures go down.
Also gas saving.
You're on a lower tire pressure, and the more caution laps that we're going to be running, all these guys' tire pressures are going to be going down, and it's not going to be good for these restarts. It's just going to make these cars even looser. A few more cars are going to be coming down pit road, and I think everybody, or most of the guys that haven't pitted, are going to pit. There's very few
Tony
out
Frey,
there.
Sean Pointer, Zach, or Davey Hendricks, Ed Morris Jr., Bill Moore, Tim Harmon, Jared McCauley, Joey Mays, Ethan Flanagan, Jordan Miles, Brandon Park, Ellen Cummins, Matt Webb, and Van Gore, who's already been in the pits for a while.
Yeah, there's only 2 cars that have not pitted in this stage yet. That would be Hernandez and Richmond. Darnell, I would still be kind of sketched out on him making it. I don't think as of this moment he's able to make it. I mean, he is saving, but he might have to come down to one more time along with anyone else that pitted with about 12 laps ago. So I'd be a little bit sketchy on the top 3 making it.
Get this cartoon caution over with. Let's go. Oh, man.
The chat is blowing up. I love it.
Well, I mean, hey, if you want to drive the pace car, you can go faster, perhaps. That'd be nice.
Oh.
I mean, hey, I want the pace car to go as slow as possible. We got to get that 35 looking a little bit better.
Who's the oldest person in the league? I think senior.
Might be Chad.
No, Chad is not as old as senior.
Really? The old choo-choo train driver?
I think Chad is like 52-ish, 51.
I thought he was in his 60s.
Nah, he ain't that old. He might kick you in the teeth if he said that.
I don't know. There's a guy that used to race with us. I don't know how old it is. I thought he was in his, well, granted, I thought when Ed Morris was racing, he was around like in his 20s, and he's like, oh, I'm in my like 30s. I'm like, the hell? But yeah, I think senior is in the 50s or somewhere around that.
Language.
Ricky
Robert
Bobby says seniors are normally old.
Yeah. Well, this senior's different. Ed Morris Senior is a really good dude. He's one of my favorite dudes to hang out with. I don't want to talk trash, but he may not be the fastest on track, but he is sure a good driver when it comes to being around people. He doesn't like to wreck people. He likes to stay in his own lane, and he's a really friendly guy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've liked watching him and racing with him over my time.
Well, Chad sounds like he can kick my butt at 2 in the morning.
I know at Slinger we got Conrad Morgan, still running late models at over 80 years old.
Well, we got Hernandez trying to race the pace car.
Yeah.
Look at him on the inside, yeah.
Almost getting it around turn 3. They're coming around out of turn 4. Who's going to win? All right, who wants it this time? Not too big a deal, just regular. You got it?
I got it.
All right, all right.
All right, what's the bet on the next caution, huh?
Oh, shut up.
4 laps.
No.
All right, pace car about to dive off, and we're going to get back to green flag racing as Hernandez brings them down to the Geico restart zone, and they are off. Hernandez go, and that bottom line was on point. As the did make a stack up on the top line, and he is going to lose a ton of spots. Darnell is going to be sideways coming off of turn number 2, and we are going to keep it green. Matt Richmond to be able to make it back up to 3. He's got the 8 of Nancy coming up in the rear view mirror, but he's got a Hornet's Nest right there behind him coming out across the finish line.
Yeah, good luck on freaking the 21. He nearly got cleaned out by Connor Darnell, losing it. Well, now we know Connor's always going to be forced to be on some sort of strategy. But I'll tell you what, looking at this back right now, ooh, one car on the wall, Jordan Miles. Looking at this pack right now, they're going to fight for whatever they can, because with this car, restarts is the best place to get track position or lose it. And I'll tell you what, man, you got to get that can right now.
I'll tell you what, that race behind Richmond, they have gotten their hands full. You got the 42, you got the 8, and you got the 7, all right there together, and you got a little bit of and which the 14 has actually made it back a couple laps down earlier.
He might have been, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, still having mic issues, Richard. I'm not sure if it's a compressor or something.
Ed Morris just got a great pass. The 8 car got pretty slow off the exit. And by the way, Ricky Bobby, respond to what you're saying. He makes me think more of radio. Don't you think? Look at that straight away. That is
Sean Pointer.
And he's the backup on the track, and that's going to be a caution.
We have 50. Let me know if that is a little bit better. I switched mics out.
I might turn you up now a little bit. I had you turned down. Oop, I went too far. Yep.
50s radio.
Out of turn 2, a little bit of the apron got loose, and bam. Oh. He's still driving, though. That wasn't that hard of a lick.
You know, I'll tell you, some of the old guys, you know, I remember, you know, Vince Scully, for example. You know, we never really got Dodgers games over here, but, you know, I'm not even a Dodger fan, but you know, he's one of those old guys that I really liked listening to on commentary. You know, we're losing we don't got many guys left from that kind of era that still do commentary. Like when I think of guys that are still from the old time of commentating, we got Bob Uecker, the radio announcer in Milwaukee. I mean, a lot of them are local guys, really. There aren't a lot of national guys left, don't you think?
Richard, will you go ahead and talk a few seconds, adjust your volume accordingly?
What do you want me to say?
Just whatever. I'm trying to adjust your mic.
You just caught me off guard there. I was like, yeah. No clue.
English, Spanish, 1, 2, 3. I don't know.
I mean, so far it's been, you know, we've had a couple cautions. We got 57 laps to go. You know, you still have Hernandez. He hasn't pitted since lap number 99. Now, when do you see that number 47 come in is going to be the question. He can't make it on fuel unless we see a lot more cautions come in. You know, you have the 21 right there behind him. He pitted at lap 129. With these cautions, that's helping him get to the finish. I mean, 70 laps to go, they can go 60. They can go 67 laps. I mean, they are in a good position. So if Hernandez, you know, does get caught up, you know, in the back of the pack from having to pit because he's almost out of fuel, I mean, this could be a good strategy race for those guys behind him.
Yeah, here I'm watching. I'm looking at pitch strategies right now. Morris can maybe make it on fuel once, definitely, if we can get a couple more cautions in for fuel saving. But Hernandez will have to pit in 20 laps. He will have to pit it by at least lap 165.
No.
He's on the 46 laps now.
Yeah, but you got to keep in mind of how many caution laps we've ran. In terms of race laps, the longest stint we had was like 106 to 121. That's about 15 laps. We had another like 2, another 3, so that makes it about 20. We've only ran probably about 28, 27 green flag laps. So maybe we could say he's ran about, I'd say about 32 laps of fuel for my calculations. So I'd say he still has about, from what we've seen, probably about 35 or so laps left. Could be a little more, could be a little less. I would say around 30, 35 to 40.
Yeah,
So
so
Ricky Bobby in the chat did say Nance is in fourth, and he was 2 laps down. That's actually pretty impressive, So he does have a good pick to be watching, and this could be Jonathan Nance in the 8 machine. But back to your point, I see Hernandez riding along with him. He is clutching, while we are under caution. So fuel could be an issue, coming in the later of the laps or
It's
coming
not
to the close of the
even.
race.
It's not even that it's a really an issue for Hernandez, because it is an issue. But the problem for him is he needs to stay under caution, just so if we do get a long run, he is able to make it as far as possible. Because problem is, if he does have to pit under green, he's going down a lap for sure, maybe 2 laps. So pace car going to come in. It's time by, and Angel Hernandez just hoping maybe we can run maybe about 20, 25 laps, get a caution, and maybe some people will come down with him. We're under green again. Good side-by-side battle with the 21 and the 7. The 7 going to take immediately to the second place spot.
oh, it was the
42.
42 hard into the outside or inside wall. Orndorff, yeah, keeps it straight. We're going green still.
Yeah, Joe, you were talking about that battle for second place, and that is going to be Rogers and Morris Jr. They are battling side by side, hard at it, as we still have 53 laps to go. They're battling it out like it was the last lap for that second position, but coming down the backstretch, they are going to
Somebody inside wall again.
Richmond.
Up the track, oh! Into the 35!
Yellow flag is out.
Oh my goodness.
Flanagan, he is going to take a hard hit. And we are going to be under caution, and that's what Angel Hernandez wants to see.
If I'm Ethan, I'm steaming, man. I just got my car fixed up a bit. I'm looking okay. And then I just have a car come out from the boonies and wall slam me. And that's a meatball for Ethan. That was a pretty bad rejoin from the 93. I don't know if he got loose or what.
So the 93, it looks like he got loose on the inside of the 60. I don't believe there was any contact there. He's right in that bottom lane.
He just corrected too much.
Slid up. He may have had a little bit. That could have been net code, to be honest, and that just sent him right down the track.
Might have corrected too much. I don't know what happened like when he came back on the track though.
Well, he hits the inside wall. Looks like.
No, I think that the 93 spinning the tires while he was coming up the track and was trying to chase it and just went too far. Yeah, he was spinning his rear tires while going up the track.
So back under caution, Hernandez leading, Rogers in second, Morse in third. You got Nancy right there in fourth, and Hendricks in fifth. Still, the biggest mover is going to be Maines.
If you're Angel right now, I mean, obviously you're kind of worried, like, what's going to happen if I come down and then I have these goofs wrecking in front of me, right?
Yeah.
He can't really even if he pits, I mean, he's not going to have that much of a tire advantage. I'm going to take a quick look at the stint length here. So most of the guys that have pitted, we're looking at like 15, 21 laps ago.
They can make it.
Yeah, they can make it. Like, I'm looking at Bucher for like a guy that's an example. So 22 laps ago, that was like 128.
Yeah, they pitted at lap 29, and then you had Frey. He pitted at lap 135, all the way back to, it looks like 12th place of Park.
They've ran about 10 laps if you're on the oldest strategy right now. And I'll tell you this, Angel's fast enough to get back through the pack, and he's gonna have to come down soon. I mean, we're even getting to a point where some of these guys that are up here right now, they may not come down pit road again. Angel needs to, I think, come down next time, or he may not get a next time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking here in chat, and Sucky Sucker said that Medlin's about to come back and make the comeback of the century. I believe it.
Would not be
Medlin.
doubtful. I mean, I'm going to tell you this, though. Angel, he needs to
Well,
calm down. I mean,
Medlin is no longer in the session, so I think that's out of the picture.
I don't know. I'm just kind of thinking about Angel right now because he's got to not have more than 35 laps in the tank. He's pushing his luck here.
Well, we got the pace car lights are off, so we're about to go back green flag. We're just going to have to find out and see what is going to happen with that 47. Is he going to be able to make it, or is he going to be in trouble? Only time will tell. If we get another caution, he's going to have to bring it down. But who's going to take it? Green flag coming up. Anybody?
I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Angel just hoping that the cautions are still going to go his way. Doesn't want this stint to be too long.
Oh, 21 into the outside wall. You had to say something,
quick.
Joe.
That was quick. Pretty much just slowing the restart and gets hooked by Nancy, as Richard is calling him.
Oh, he spun the tires, and then the 8 of Nance just...
Well, you could correct me if I am wrong.
Yeah, the Nance just pushing, trying to get going, and just gets around him and just spins the 21. Not hard to the outside wall, just into the outside wall.
They might have to wait for the pace car. No, they're not. Okay. So
what is Jordan's last name? So I'm not saying it wrong.
Miles.
Nance.
Jordan Miles.
Oh, Jordan Miles or Jonathan? Yeah, Jordan Miles.
Nance.
Jonathan Nance.
Nance.
No, Angel's still not coming.
No.
I mean, his luck's these cautions are eventually going to stop. I mean, I'm going to put it this way. I think these cup drivers are due some practice laps.
Do we need to talk about you into the wall yesterday? A lot?
Yeah, I didn't cause any wrecks, so.
It's debatable.
Hey, once I hit the wall the first time, the steering was out of whack and didn't really want to turn after that. The car didn't want to turn already, man. That car was tight.
You say that.
All right, 46 laps to go in tonight's race here at Richmond.
Right.
I had to bring out the British accent.
Mm,
Or
dear.
Australian. I don't know which one it is. It's called a mixture.
So 20 cars still on the lead lap. No one is 1 lap down. Closest is Ethan, 4 laps down, and he's still chilling in pit road. Sad to see that blue car not do better. But I'll tell you, it did an amazing job on the scheme, and would like to thank Ethan for that throwback, that Season 1 Truck Championship. So I'm glad I got to see him run that car in probably my final Relentless cast. Good on Ethan.
Well, it's a battle of the manufacturers up towards the front. Once again, you got Chevy, Ford, and Toyota running 1, 2, and 3. Ed Morris Jr. up 2 positions, going to be restarting in second. You still have Angel Hernandez. He's going to be restarting in first. You got Davey Hendricks right there in his Toyota, restarting in third. Hendricks have been choosing the low line on the restarts, but he is now going to have once again, tires not a real big advantage here, but he has the oldest tires on the track. Last pitted at lap number 99.
It's been a minute since Nance has won a race too. He got to the Final Four, and then it's just not been there after that. We thought that he would be back, after he made it to that Final Four, and after he did, he just hasn't even sniffed a victory since then.
What were you about to say?
Said a victory.
Elvis is on okay. 47 and the 7 side by side. I think these two were Final Four drivers last season. Davey in there as well. Yep. Top 3 is literally Final Four from season 4.
Ricky Bobby said the wall will be 400.
Whoa.
But yeah, he hasn't even sniffed a victory since season what? What season was that? 3 or 2?
Who?
Yeah.
Oh. I wasn't around for season 2 or 3. I was around for I was around for 4.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Green flag is about to fly once again. 43 laps to go when we cross over the start-finish line. Pace car is off. Geico restart its zone. Here we go. Hernandez gets a good restart. Not as good as we've seen him get. And he is going to leave Morris right there to fend off a third place of that 0-0 of Hendricks. Here they come into turn number 1, out of turn number 2. And he is going to extend that lead out to about a 0.4 of a second as he comes into turn number 3. They still got a battle behind him. That is Morris and Hendricks. And it looks like Hendricks, he is gonna take that bottom lane and tuck it in right behind Morris Jr. Not able to get an advantage on that bottom lane. And here comes the 8. Joe?
I think Angel's luck. He's really pushing it. Well, there goes the 98, but is he gonna spin?
8 low into the wall, the inside, spinning on the apron. Around and around. Stay there.
There goes Nance. I was hoping that he'd have a good run.
And we're still green.
Man, that sucks for
It
Nance.
does.
Wow.
Was
What
doing
happened to
well.
him?
You got it loose at a turn 2.
Man, that thing just... Right.
Just a little thing for Richard. The 70, or not 70, the 0-0 is one of the drivers for the 7. The 7 is his team owner.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yeah, don't make the owner mad.
Well, Ed Morris Jr. is going to be under fire from that 0-0 as they are starting to catch the leader. They are going to be nose to tail, running second and third. But Bucher is not too far. Well, yeah, he's actually about a second behind these two battling, these two running nose to tail for second and third. Bucher not doing a bad job considering, he got into a little bit of an incident with his Toyota. He still has a little bit of damage on it, but as of right now, looks like Hernandez has set the fastest lap on the track with a 23.6.
Bucher doing better than what I thought he'd be. He's definitely doing better than what I thought he'd be doing with that damage, but Bucher, he might be able to get it out. Sure, it's maybe a good finish in the hands for him, but I think Davey is the second best car on the track right now.
Caution is out though. Oh boy. Oh, 20, the 94, the 88, the 20, the 48. Oh, that's a big one. Dakota Orndorff, Matthew Richmond, Bill Moore.
Rogers gets
Kolb
loose
Sr.
and causes a kerfuffle.
Yep, loose out of 2, hits the 84, checks up, chaos. Oh! 88 hard on the outside wall, 93. Oh no. 83 or 93, 88 blew his engine.
I think Angel comes down to manage that. Yeah, he does.
Oh yeah,
Finally.
Davey Hendricks. Nope, they stay out.
So
They can make it on fuel.
Yeah, I mean, the wear is not going to be there much, but
maybe not. Yeah, they can. 65 laps at plus the.
Angel's
caution
gonna have a
laps.
little bit of work to do. I mean, one danger for him is just that he's gonna have to go through the landmines. That's mid pack right now. Mid pack is just destroying itself.
And you are right, Mitchell. The Tony, the 6 of Tony Frey, sitting in 5th right now.
That would be correct.
I saw that in the chat, and I also want to point out that Joey Maines, he's still running up in the top. He's now running up in the top 5 with those pit stops. You know, he has had an up and down night here so far, but with 36 laps to go, he is in a really good position, pitting at lap 135. You know, so he's got a little bit fresher tires, you know, than Bucher. But running right there in 4th, he's going to be restarting on the outside. That's a good position to restart in. So I wouldn't count that 48 of Maines out, being up 25 positions from where he started.
All right, so Angel is back on the track. He is going to be in
11.
E11, so no discount on Angel. I mean, he's got the talent. He could very well drive through this field and make it back up to 1st. It's gonna be interesting though, because these guys haven't run too hard, but I gotta admit that, like, if he blows the doors off these guys, they're gonna come down if the caution comes out again.
All right, well, right now, Conley asked a question, how's the Cup car as the tires start to go? I am not sure, actually. I do not know.
Loose, in my opinion, personally.
Yeah. Well, that's a Vinny race car.
But I'll tell you, like, when you're going caution green, like we're going right now, I mean, we haven't really put that many hard laps on the tires, and the thing that matters a lot with these tires is heat.
Yeah.
You know, these tires are pretty cool that are on these guys up in the front, so I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of difference. I mean, you told me that Angel set his fastest lap pretty recently, didn't you?
Yeah, not too long ago.
161, yeah. Now, granted, it's the only time we've really had a long enough time to do a long lap since we got restarted, but he was probably pushing maybe a little bit harder, thinking like, you know, just push until the next caution. But if that's the case, you know, these other guys might be quicker, but I don't know. Angel's probably the best at this track right now. He's been looking the best by far. We'll see what he can do. Let's keep an eye on Angel Hernandez on this restart.
Absolutely. Well, they're coming out of turn number 4, about to hit that Geico restart zone once again. 33 laps to go when they hit that start-finish line. And there goes the pace car. Here we go. Green flag once again. And we got Hendricks and we got Morris right there on the front row. And they get it. So they were able to communicate. Now the 00 is going to get a good entrance into turn number 1. Not leaving his teammate behind. But here comes Bucher. He is going to be right on that tail of that number 7 machine as they come into turn number 3. Nose to tail for 48 going to take the low lane. He has been pretty good so far this race. Once again, up and down night, but right now sitting in a good spot for Joey Maines.
I'm going to say a little bit of 3 wide action.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he just took it 3 wide with the 60 and 94. Angel already up to 9th. Right now fighting with McCauley. Falls back to 10th, but right now had to get slowed up by the 17 a bit as he checked up. But we'll cut under Brandon Park, and that should put Angel Hernandez back to 9th. So not looking to waste much time as we're coming down to 31 laps to go as Angel takes over 9th.
Absolutely. He's got a little bit of traffic right there in front of him, and that's going to be the 94 of McCauley and Miles, and they are pretty much blocking the way, and the 47 has got to get around them to make something happen. Like you said, 30 laps to go once they cross over the start-finish line, and he almost gave the 94 a little bit of bump. He had to lock up the left front. And he got the machine slowed down, and that's not what we want to see. 2.5 seconds
somebody
back.
in the back, 98 of Matt Webb, sideways on track. Yellow flag is out.
Oh, boy.
Man.
I'll say this is good for, would you say this is good for the guys that stayed out?
He just got loose at a 2 and just locked it down.
Good? I think this is pretty good for the guys that did stay out. I mean, Hernandez being back in ninth, you know, he's going to have a little bit of work to do. You know, he's going to have he does get good restarts, but that top 8, you know, he's going to have a little work because they're not going to let him by, you know, without a fight.
I'll say this, if I'm behind Angel and if I still have a tire set left, I'm coming in right now. Yeah, a good amount of people are going to come into about 5 cars. Surprised Matt Webb's not coming
Alan
in.
Kuhn,
He's spun
Sean
out.
Pointer, Bill Moore, Greg Rogers. I think it's Isaac Wilson back there after he fixed his car.
Surprised Matt Webb's not coming down pit road. He's spun the tires out pretty bad. And when you spin the tires like that, typically the car just handles really, really bad. And you might see him spin again, honestly.
Let's see, he pitted at lap 165. Depending on how many tire sets they have, he could be out of tires.
You'd hope not, but that could be the case. And when you spin like that, it's just going to be harder to keep that thing straight.
Ricky Bobby says tires should be good for 30,000.
I'm going to look at the stint length here for Webb. I don't think he would have used them all, but
I mean, he's got 3 short pit stops back to back to back. What if he accidentally clicked tires? That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. At least 4. He may have 1 extra set if he didn't accidentally use one.
Yeah, he could have. Well, let's talk about the top 3, 4. Bucher and Tony. You know, Tony looked really good in the practice, just wasn't really up in the front for most of the race. Bucher gets into his garbage, and honestly, looks better than he ever did before the crash.
Garbage?
Well, yeah, he got into some wrecks.
Oh, into wrecks. Okay, I think so. Like, what do you call it, garbage?
No, he just got in wrecks. But basically what I'm saying is, you know, do you think these two have a challenge for Davey Red? Even like someone like Joey Maines or Dem Harmon, who's led a good amount of laps?
You know, me being new here, I mean, I think everybody has, you know, at least a shot. Some people can, you know, not be pushing it as hard as, you know, they can to be there at the end. You know, I think, you know, I think Maines has a really good shot, and Harmon's back up there in 6th. He's had a fast car, so I believe, you know, your challengers are coming up through the field slowly but surely.
And I'll tell you this. I mean, we're coming up to the end. I mean, how many laps to go? We got 25 to go when the pace car comes off. You know, when we're getting to that white flag, you know, I don't know who I'd rather be calling home. A guy that I've never called home a race to win, or a guy that I've called a lot to win. It's interesting, but you know, I've never seen Tony Frey win in the Cup Series. The last time he won in the Cup Series was in the Midwest Days of Thunder days.
You do realize if he does not get this, he's going to be really angry at you for jinxing him.
I'm not jinxing no one, but
That's a lie.
you know, just good luck to everybody, and pace car is off. Let's go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Davey Hendricks and Ed Morris working side by side, getting a good launch there. Zach Bucher and Tony Frey not far behind them. The 2 up in front, the 00 and the 7 link up, one in front of another. Tony Frey on the high side, behind them Zach Bucher on the low side. Oh, somebody hard in the inside wall in the back. That Dakota Orndorff, it is. Is he going to get the thing? Oh, he's going to try and get it rolling.
Marty's sick of throwing the caution flag. I think he's on a coffee break.
All right, if you look at Hernandez, he is stuck behind the 94 and the 73. That is going to allow those leaders to really extend that gap before he can get around them. Oh, 48's going to be in trouble. He saves it. He's going to bring it back on the track. What an amazing save. And that's going to open the door for the 47 as he comes into turn number 3. And out of turn number 4, he is going to do the slide job on the 73 and take over that position in 5th.
Yeah, looking back, it's pretty straightened out here. And by the way, Jonathan Nance, back up to 8th spot, was in a pretty nasty accident earlier. And don't know if he has the speed to win. I mean, his front is pretty bad. Not that bad. The rear, on the other hand, is kind of smashed up. But, you know, all the important components are intact, like the spoiler. You know, John Nance may not be too cooked after all. He's got a chance, but he needs to get moving as the 94 looks under him, but can't do anything.
Well, back up towards the front, it is a Toyota being followed by 2 Chevrolets in second and third, the 7 of Morris, and you have Tony Frey right there in third. You got Bucher. He is not too far behind, but there is that number 47 in fifth, and he is starting to make up some time on that number 14 machine driven by Zach Bucher. So we could see this number 47 up in the top 3, probably in, I'd say, about 10 laps.
I saw back there on the backstretch, the 48 car of Joey Maines bounced off the wall at too.
Let's see how it looks. I mean, I'm looking at the 48 right now. Ooh, yeah, his
right
front
side
is all crushed up. But yeah, I'm looking at everyone. I mean, Angel is currently the fastest, but hardly. I'm looking at Angel right now. I mean, it's going to be some work to get past these 4 guys with 19 laps to go. I think everyone at this point is going to be pushing. Zach hits the wall a little bit. Not that bad.
Yellow flag is out, though.
I think that's probably good for Angel. Isn't it?
Oh, Greg Rogers sideways.
Angel rubbed a wall in turn number 3.
Yeah, Rogers lost it and took Coons with him.
Almost took Connor out, too.
And Greg Rogers gonna
bring out
take the flight home.
Yeah, he's gonna bring out the 17th caution of the 17th caution of the night.
Yeah.
Damn, there's been that many.
Well, guys, I think there's gonna be another team meeting. We
All right. But while we do this, we're gonna go back and be right back here on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. All right, and we are back here at the North-South 20 or the 20 North-South 200 in the Relentless Racing League here. Gonna have
maybe it'll be
16 to go this time.
You know what? Just for the walls, it might be the North-South 20 caution flags.
Oh, hush.
The wall will be 400. Get it right.
It's possible. We got time left to do it, guys. We got time left to do it.
All right.
All right. 1 to go. This time by, we will have 15 laps of green flag racing, hopefully.
All right, well.
The rebranded drifting league.
I'm thinking. So, is this good? Is this caution good or bad for Davey and the
Oh,
guys
horrible.
because Angel's gonna be
Absolutely
close.
horrible.
But yeah, I mean, then again, they are getting the chance to cool off their tires again, and it's like when they cool off, the wear doesn't really matter that much.
So they have control of the restart. Being in the
Yes.
same chat, they're gonna know when each other's going. I will figure the 7 will hang back just a little bit. The 6 and the 14, we're probably going to see some 3 wide for the 47 to get around them. I mean, very quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm saying by maybe turn 3, he's going to take a 3 wide if they haven't figured it out already.
We'll see. I think that Tony should probably get a good restart, but anything can happen. It's going to be interesting for this last 14 to go. So pace car is going to be off, and keep an eye on Angel because he is going to be charging. Green flag, and that was a pretty bad restart from Tony. And Angel really has nowhere to go. Tony's going to be sticking on the bottom now. If he opens up the bottom, he's already passed Zach. I think Hernandez is probably just going to put it down on the bottom. Yeah. He's not gonna get the run.
Yeah,
but he's gonna be close.
He doesn't have the momentum to get the slide job, but he's going to be right there on the back bumper as they come into turn number 1. And he's going to sail it right there to the middle of the racetrack this time. Try to use a little bit of that momentum down to the bottom. He's going to be closer to that back bumper of that number 6 machine coming into turn number 3.
Yeah, watching Angel right now, the arrow not doing him any favors. He definitely fell quite a bit back off Tony once he got in his dirty air. That's the one negative that we got now, and it's just going to be the struggle, the search for the clean air. Right now, Tony had a really good turn 1 and 2. Angel, on the other hand, did not. Lost even more again.
Yeah, and that's what Frey did not want to see. Now the 47 is going to restart on the top in 4th. He's got the fuel, he's got the tires. Everybody else is definitely going to be able to make it. So 47 might have caught a break because that 00 was starting to break away.
Yeah, 48 just got into almost got in the wall, backed out, and then just the 3 had nowhere to go.
Davey Hendricks and Ed Morris, 1-2 right now.
Yep, Tony in 3rd.
Angel in 4th, and Zach in 5th.
All right, I'm going to take a quick peek at our stints. So Hernandez.
All right, let's go back and look and see what Connor saw, apparently.
Yeah, Hernandez and Nance are the only guys that are even decent on road. How is Pointer in 9th? He's hit everything but the pace car tonight. And his car looks relatively decent too.
Oh yeah, Connor avoided that one real well. Almost took out Sean, but good job keeping it off of his bumper.
All right, explain to me how Sean's in 9th, bro. Like, the amount of wrecks that this guy's been in, the car doesn't even look that bad. I mean, he has a little bit of damage on the front, but he must have some deep pockets to pay whatever mechanics he's hiring. Goodness. Take a look at Sean Pointer's car on the broadcast. Look at that car. It's barely anything wrong with it.
He's got plenty of left front damage.
Nance just died? What happened?
What?
Nance just he's
He
driving and
backed
then
forward and then he's gone
broke.
and he's back and he's gone. What?
Broke. And he's damaged too.
What in the did his screen turn off and he just hit the apron?
Something had to. It looks like that when something happens like that. That looks like a wheel getting turned off.
Oh, it did. It was instant.
Yeah, that happens when the wheel gets disconnected. So.
Yeah, this was an instant thing.
Man, the bad luck for Nance. It is insane.
Oh come on, stupid thing.
All right, so just a little while ago, Hernandez had the fastest lap, about 161.
Yeah.
Right now, Hendricks holds the fastest lap at this point in time, even though he's on older tires.
I think Angel, it's going to be rough. I mean, the advantage is not as much as it is on paper, just because of all the pace laps they've run.
Hendricks ran a 23.582 compared to Hernandez's 23.650. So his car's woken up, here late in the race. That 00 might bring home the win here tonight.
According to Ricky Bobby, his computer crashed. Are you related to him at all, or something?
I'm about to crash.
Okay, I'm thinking of Angel. I mean, it's going to be tough for Angel. You have Davey and Ed, and they're not going to be running the same line. Angel, I think, has to make it a mission to get past Tony as quick as possible and get around Ed.
Something between the 73 and the 20. Okay.
Yeah, they're just, stacking up, just trying to get going. All right, here we go. It's only 7 laps to go, and it's a good restart from the top 4. Angel needs to get around Tony as quick as possible. And Morris is going to get behind his teammate, too. Hernandez is going to get
into
third.
The outside. That's Sean Pointer.
But is there going to be a caution?
No, he is going to keep it straight. He's out of the wall. They are still rolling. 6 to go this time by.
Yeah, these two have linked up nose to tail as they go into turn number 1. And now the 7 has committed to the top line, taking the line away from the 47. But the 47 is going to make a peek to the inside. Not going to be able to get there this time. He's going to be in that dirty air as he comes into turn number 3. Now the 47 committed to the top line. He's going to have a little bit of run coming off in turn number 4. But can he get there, or is he going to pull? He does not have the momentum to get to the inside of the 7. So this is going to be a race to the finish as the 47 looks to the outside once again. Hendricks now ran another fast lap, 23.539, faster than his last time. So he's got the fastest car on the racetrack as of right now. Hernandez is going to be the second fastest.
Yeah, place to pass is definitely coming off 4.
As he makes the pass.
Hernandez is going to get the pass. And I'm going to tell you, he's going to need every lap possible. Oh, man, nearly hits the wall, but he's still going to get the position. So coming up on 3 to go, Hernandez, put down what you can, buddy. You don't got much time.
Up to second, but Hendricks has extended the lead out to about 0.8 of a second, now 0.7. So Hernandez has picked up his pace just a little bit, but time is running out with 3 laps to go. Coming out of turn number 2, that double is trying to extend that lead.
Got loose and lost 0.2 there as the 7 car looks low on the 47.
All right. For me to call it an SBR career on relentless, but hopefully it will be the case. But I think Angel enough. He slid the tires. Davey just put down 2 quicker than Angel Hernandez, and I think it might be a wrap. The caution flag is going to stay in Barney's pocket, and to the white flag. 1 more lap to go for Davey Hendricks. Commentated him to his truck championship, I think it was, in season 2, and he's made a good name for himself in Cup, looking to get the Cup championship at the end of this season. Davey Hendricks, the season 2 truck champ, gonna win at Rockingham. Angel second, Ed Moore third.
Not a bad race at all as these drivers cross over to start-finish line to end tonight's race here at where the heck are we at?
Rockingham.
Rockingham. But not a bad race. I mean, especially for your top 10. Biggest mover of the race is going to be Connor Darnell. He got into an incident, but made it back up to 8th position. So, and Matt Webb in the 98 Tennessee machine, he was able to make it up 22 positions at the end of tonight's race. So, congratulations for those guys making it up, past all those drivers. That's a huge accomplishment in my book.
I'll tell you, one of the best looking cars is going to go to victory lane today. But yeah, for Davey, had a good race. I mean, stayed up near the front pretty much all day. One of the cleanest looking cars all day too. Not a scratch on that 00. There might be a little bit of a tire rub here and there, but I'll tell you, Davey put on a good show.
All right. Wait for these guys to hop in the chat as Davey's doing his burnouts.
We'll go over the final results really fast while we wait for these guys. Davey is going to unofficially win the race. Well, we'll say it's official. Davey wins the race at 2 hours, 9 minutes, and 25 seconds. Angel second, Ed Morris third, Tony Frey fourth, Tim Harmon fifth, Zach Buecher sixth, and Jerry McCauley is going to be seventh. Connor Darnell eighth, Matt Webb ninth, and Brandon Park 10th. William Moore 11th, Jordan Miles 12th, Joey Maines 13th, Sean Pointer 14th, John Fassenbender 15th. All the rest of the cars are a lap down, 9 laps down or more. That would be Jonathan Nance 16th, Alan Coon 17th, Ed Sr. is going to be 18th, and Greg Rogers 19th. Isaac Wilson 20th, Dakota Orndorff 21st, Ethan Flanagan 22nd, Matt Richmond 23rd, Andrew Kolb 24th, Kevin Jordan 25th, Matt Forens 26th, Jeff Medlin 27th, Josh Van Gore 28th, and 29th is Mike Simone. 30th, Chase Harden, 31st, Alan Dobbs, 32nd, Michael Gervey, and rounding out the field, 179 laps down, Justin Barkley in 33rd.
All right, I have an idea. So we'll do third place finisher. You, Richard, do you want to do that interview, and I'll do second, and then let Joe do the final?
Cool.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Ed Morris.
Ed Morris is Richard and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Man, you ran a good race here tonight. You are up one position from where you started, but you were there in the front when it counted. A couple of pit strategies definitely did play a factor into tonight's win. Man, talk to us a little bit about y'all's strategy and how did you pull it off?
I don't know, man. I mean, I didn't start thinking strategy or anything to be competitive until the end of this thing. We made some mistakes early on and got a lot of damage, and I spent over 100 laps of this race fixing about 9 minutes worth of damage, and I hate that we had so many cautions this race. It's unfortunate, but it played into my favor because it gave me the time I needed to get what I needed fixed and get back through the field and get up front and actually have a chance to do anything. Because I didn't think this is where we would end up. So really satisfied with a podium finish here, and got the race with the fast guys for a little bit. So I mean, we seen the way that Angel was running on those older tires, and he still kept the speed, and we was able to save a little bit of fuel and have enough to make it to the end, and it was kind of we're not pitting again. So.
Well, so before that last caution came out, man, y'all are starting to break away, and then the caution comes out and puts the 47 right back on the back bumper of your machine. Man, how disappointed were you to see that caution?
Yeah, I mean, those last handful were kind of disappointing. When Angel we knew Angel had to pit at some point, and he finally came down, and we were hoping that we could possibly go green from there because he's going to be on fresh tires and he's going to be coming through the field. And we were, me and Davey were just kind of hoping that we could get it broke away enough to where he wouldn't be able to catch us at the end, and this thing might be down to just be him and Tony or Zach or whoever that was right there in the top 4. But he luckily for him, he got the cautions on his side too, so he was able to get back through the field and made some good moves on the restarts, I imagine, to gain the track position. And that last restart when he was on my bumper there, it was kind of, I knew I had to play a lot of defense because I knew he was coming, and I did throw some good blocks, and it was tough, but he was able to get me. So.
Well, it was a battle of the manufacturers for the top 3, and your Chevrolet sits on one of the podium spots. Man, congratulations on that third place finish. Richmond definitely did you pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Do you have any shout-outs or?
Yeah, just everybody here at Relentless. Our sponsors, all the admins, Tony, you guys for doing the broadcast, everybody that kind of makes this league happen. It's fun to race here. I enjoy it, and then everybody over at Prime Time, we got us another win tonight with Davey securing that, and then my podium finish just helps the points even further. So haven't picked up a win yet this season, but we keep having good finishes like this, and we'll be ready to race for a championship. Once we get there. So.
All right, man. Well, good job on P3, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah,
Thanks,
good
man.
job, Ed.
Thanks.
All right, I will do Angel Hernandez. Second place finisher, Angel Hernandez. How you doing, my friend?
Doing good. How about you guys?
Doing all right. You had a really good run tonight. Led some laps. Had the fastest lap there for a little bit until Davey ran one. How was those closing laps? Because you were coming back from 10th.
I don't know. I think I was going through the field. I used up my tires a little bit too much, so I was sliding out of the corners. So I mean, I pretty much had to rely on a caution at the end. But out of all the times I could have gotten a caution, that was the time I needed one and didn't get one. But yeah, I'll take a second place.
All right, man. So, sorry. P3 tonight, after starting, I think you started on the pole position, so you get at least a 2 bonus points, I think. Led a lap, and then maybe, did you lead the most laps?
Not sure.
All right, man. Well, 2 bonus points at least, and then some stage points, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not wrong. So, all in all, good night tonight.
How about you?
All right, man. I'll let you get shoutouts in and enjoy the rest of your night.
You just all the guys, Nance, Gervy, Barkley, Cole, and yeah, hopefully we can win next time, not under second place.
All right, man. Well, good job on the P2, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good night.
All right, you too.
Yep. All right, and then this is you, Joe.
Alrighty, hello, Mr. Season 2 Truck Champ, Davey Hendricks. How you doing, bud?
Oh, I'm great. How about y'all?
Alright, well, I'll tell you this, man. You were looking pretty good throughout the whole race. One of the cleanest cars on the track, as a matter of fact. And I'll tell you, when you were in the lead for about the last, I don't know, like 30, 40 laps, Angel inching closer and closer, but you also were working with Ed. Tell us about those last 30, 40 laps as we're coming down to the end.
Honestly, I was sweating it the whole time because Angel was really good at moving through the pack. Every time we pit, he would always get past cars way quicker than I did. So I was really hoping we'd get green flag laps, so I could get a cushion and maybe he wouldn't catch me. But every friggin' 5 or 6 laps or whatever it was, we would just get one more little spin, one more caution. So I mean, it was not how I wanted it to go. I would have loved to have seen a lot more green flags. But I mean, in the end, it does work in my favor. I just kind of lucked into it.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I mean, you were still one of the fastest guys on the track. I would argue that Angel is probably the fastest car today, but it kind of stumped me of why he stayed out so long. But how much fuel did you have left at the end, just out of curiosity, to get an idea of how much was being saved under caution?
Like I had like 30 laps. I
Oh wow.
could have done every green, white, checkered, and then some. I mean, I don't know. I mean, uh, Angel, he was definitely fastest car, like hands down.
Yeah.
There's no questioning that. But it's just uh, strategy just didn't go in his favor for this one. I mean, I get what he was doing because there's only once he stays out, he has to hope that we get a long enough run that we have to pit for tires or fuel or something.
Yeah.
And if we would have had whatever, I'm about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Had a long run, he'd have been right. We'd have pit for tires or something. But it just didn't
Tires
work
just
that
didn't
way.
seem like too much of an advantage, though.
Honestly, Angel was still smoking us on super old tires before he pit. So once I pit and I knew I was good on fuel, I knew I was
Yeah,
never
hang
going to
on to
go
the
anywhere.
track position,
Yeah, I
pretty
was
much.
not. I was yeah. I mean, I could get through the field. It just took me longer than it would take Angel. So I knew if I had to pit again, I was never going to get back to the front in order to even challenge for a win.
All right. Well, hey, good race, man. Glad to call you home tonight. What do you got for shoutouts?
Oh, thank all my teammates. I know Senior and Dobbs ran into some trouble. Honestly, Morris Jr. ran into trouble. He had like 9 or 10 minutes of damage, and he got it all
Really?
fixed and
Oh
comes out with
wow.
a podium. He broke the left front tire rod at one point and had some required. So if he wouldn't have had damage, there's a really good chance
Well,
he's
that was
the
about
fastest
2 hours ago, so I didn't
Yeah,
remember all that.
he had so great race for him. Thank you to North South for sponsoring the Cup Series. I'll always appreciate foreigns in them. Darnell Designs for doing the Xfinity Series, Asylum Click for doing trucks, and I'm gonna start at this. Prismian?
Yep.
Prismian? Yeah, I think I got it right. Okay, and for them, Prismian for doing the ARCA group. All the admins that put this on. I know again this race has not gone the way that we wanted it to go. More cautions that we wished. So
Yeah.
appreciate the admins working their way through it and trying to fix it. You guys up in the booth and everyone watching. I think that's it.
All right, man.
All right. Well, hey, good job tonight, Davey, and congrats on the win. And Jacob and Richard, they'll see you next week, man.
Yep, I'll see y'all later.
All right, see you
Congratulations.
later.
Appreciate it.
And a quick thing before
Race control
we
scoring has ended.
send it over to Jacob and Richard for the final thoughts. Been here since season 1. Commentated that first race. Angel won it, like I said. First relentless race was Malarkey, and had a great time commentating this league. Hopefully, we'll be back in Relentless or somewhere else on the Southern Broadcast Race Network. But just want to shout out all the guys that made this possible throughout the whole time. Tony for originally getting me in here, Jeremy for helping me out. Richard coming back helping out. Isaac, Jacob, all the special guests that we've had over time. I know we had a lot of special guests, especially in season 4, whether it was the guys from Mirage SRR, um, like Ethan, Michael, Alan, Joe. I know Brady came in some, Bretch and Emmanuel,
Davey, Tony.
Davey, Tony, Matt, Bobby. Um, we've had a lot of people come up and make these broadcasts great. And the drivers do a great job too. And I'm looking forward to see how all the rest of the seasons play out for everything from Cup to ARCA. And you'll still be able to catch me on the track. So hopefully we'll be coming up into the booth to talk to Jacob on some Tuesday nights. That would be nice, wouldn't it, Jacob?
Yeah. All right. Well, I just want to say thank you, Joe, for I haven't been around that long, but thank you for helping Jeremy and Richard and all that jazz. Thank you both for coming to help me tonight. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, it was a fun time, just like old times. I know, Richard. I mean, we were talking under the caution flag during a commercial, and Jeremy said he texted Richard or texted Jacob, and they're like, they talk like they never stop talking, and we haven't broadcast a race in probably a year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years. Yeah, it's definitely good to be good. It's definitely good to be back over here. Meet new people. Get back in contact with old people. You know, glad to be back here. Especially broadcasting. I haven't broadcasted in at least 3 months. So getting back in the swing of things. Sorry if I butchered your name tonight. Definitely once I get used to all the drivers and used
I
to your
think you
name.
did everyone just fine. I mean, I didn't notice anything at least.
Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy. Well, I
Yeah.
thought you were just doing that for a nickname.
Oh, well, we could go with that. but
All right.
but yeah, it's good to be back here, and congratulations to our top 3. It was definitely a good race. Next week we're headed to Kansas. Kansas, it could be that's a different ball game in itself. We're going to see high line, low line, slide jobs, and probably a couple cautions along with it, especially in these cup cars. But Kansas does have this tendency to go green at some points. So we'll see how next week plays out. But glad to be back, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Yeah, hopefully
All right.
things get cleaned up at Kansas because I think the owners and the admins are going to be
Busy.
running out of patience with all the cautions. But
All right.
hopefully they get it cleaned up. And once again, just great race, everybody. And hopefully I'll see y'all back in the booth, or we'll be back in some form or fashion later on in another season or somewhere else. But yeah, been a ton of fun. And hope y'all have a good night. And thanks. Jacob, finish it off.
All right. Going to deafen real fast. Be right back. All right, everybody. Just want to thank everybody coming out tonight, having a good time at 200 laps at Rockingham complete. Heading on to week 6 next week at Kansas. Tomorrow, the ARCA Series will be racing at Chicagoland in 100 laps. So look forward to that tomorrow. Isaac will be back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody being here tonight. Just wanted
Next
to say
season.
thanks to Joe for being along here, and Richard for also tagging along here tonight, man. It's good to have you both here. So, but y'all have a good.
Oh yeah, it was definitely fun.
We still live?
Yeah. But everybody have a good night. Be safe. Catch you the flip side.
Good night, everybody.